TheeEnicole.
Hey, we just left from Cigar Chats with Mac. That's Big Bro. I know y'all fucking with him, right? This after the smoke. The smoke. The smoke. The smoke.
Tell me something slick and make it stick.
After the smoke. After the smoke. We finna kick it. Yeah. We in the cup. The way I put it down is like no other. I'm a star, just like my brother. Yeah, I'm a star. Yes, welcome to the galaxy. Yes. Where we get messy and we sexy and we have a lot of class. Talk out with respect, I will be sure to check your ass. Hey y'all,
What's going on?
it's after the smoke. Hey Max, did you get a chance to come into after the smoke today? I mean, after Cigar Chats with Max today?
No, I didn't.
Child.
I got hung up somewhere else, child.
Oh, okay.
Y'all had a time over there?
Well, you know, I'm always late to the party, but yeah, GQ was over there and he was asking some questions, some relationship questions. And so
And what was on there? I can answer it.
So they was talking about, do handsome men get certain privileges or whatever? So the main question that I walked in on is, do handsome men get away with more than ugly men do?
I think men with money get away with more.
Hey, Sun Kiss, let me drop this link.
Because, baby, I ain't never care what you look like.
See, we needed you over there.
I just haven't. I mean, it wasn't on the list of my top priorities when I was dating whenever I was young.
Hey, sis, girlfriend.
But, you know, at this stage of my life, I would still not be worried about the looks, but I still would feel like you got to have a certain amount of money to be with me. So I guess it's still about the amount of money that you bring to the table. Cause I'm not a young chick, so I can't build another man. I can't build a man.
We needed you on the panel because you want to know what my answer was?
What?
I need to like the face that I'm sitting on.
I can say whenever, like I said, I was young, it was all about what you look like. But then it slowly grew into how much money do you have. And I say this, but I had 2 husbands, child, and I put both of them through school. So I don't have time at this juncture in my life to build another man.
Wait,
okay?
Max said, I'm rebranding my coochie right now. I can't date.
Let's go. Hello, ladies.
Wait a minute. I need to know what does rebranding the coochie look like? What encompasses that, Max? Enlighten me. What's going on, Sun Kids?
Celibate until she finds
Hey, mamas.
Hey, Kim Miller.
Salute everybody.
She said everything is under construction, ma'am. Okay, all right.
Okay.
I can rock with that.
So what I missed? What y'all talking about?
You missed a lot because where would you just at for Cigar Chats with Mac?
Girl. I already know it was a lot. What happened?
You know this is after the smoke. Okay, wait. So for the people that's in the chat that don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about my bro, Cigar Chats with Mac is my brother, Matastic TV, and his channel is Cigar Chats with Mac. So he was like, listen, you know, you got to hit them with the alley oop. So this is after the smoke. So this is where we chill, and maybe most times we'll break down what we talk about over there. But today over there, we talked about, do handsome men get more privileges than ugly men? And he kind of asked us, like, do we prefer handsome or ugly? My answer was, I gotta like the face that I'm sitting on. One lady said that she liked her man medium ugly, and
yeah, good medium ugly.
Yeah,
Wait
I
a
can't.
minute.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
Not
dealt with
medium ugly.
guys that had, that had money, fine guys that didn't have money, and I found that medium ugly men will treat you really, really well.
Let's
Max
go.
said, "No, I
I'm
don't
using
like
that
fine
forever.
niggas." Oh,
I didn't know that was a I didn't know that was a kind, or I didn't know there was a name for it. But thank you, I appreciate
Oh
that.
yes, it's levels
medium
to
ugly.
It's levels to ugly, Sunkiss. Levels.
Oh no, there's definitely this. I just didn't know I was asleep on the name. Medium ugly. Let's go.
Because you can even go from medium ugly to schmedium ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's like
They
in
do got the
between point.
schmediums. They definitely got schmedium. Let's
They got
go.
the ugly schmedium men too. Like, but I don't know. Like, I feel like men need to be around women who get the same attention that they do, because niggas don't be understanding to me. Like, I can't be with a nigga that just don't get no attention, because it's always gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Yes and no, but I feel where you're coming from.
If he's confident, it won't be a problem. But most of the time, especially if he's medium ugly or he ugly, he gonna feel away like these niggas always in your face, blah, 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 but you can't control that.
Some men like that though. They like that their women get attention because they are proud that you're on their, not on their arm per se, but that you're in their life. So it's like, yeah, let's go. You know what I mean?
Max said, I'll be cute for both us, motherfucker.
Right. And usually that's the case. Usually.
Hey, Demontre.
I'm just talking, y'all. I like to run my mouth.
Men, y'all can hit the link too, men, because we know there's a pretty privilege too. And I just feel like
that apply to women more than men. I think men with money have more privilege, and prettier women have more privilege.
Men that look good get away with a lot of more shit than ugly niggas. Like an ugly nigga,
what about an ugly nigga that's worth millions?
I'm still gonna forget about the millions when you start acting crazy with that ugly ass face in my face.
Right. If that's a thing. I mean, it depends on the woman, because
I would take a trip to the Bahamas to get over whatever he doing.
Oh, wait a minute. That was a little too we're gonna move right along. What's up, J.E.? What's up? What's up, Big Man TV? What's up, Mouthpiece? Let's greet the people.
What's up? What's up, Mouthpiece?
Oh, y'all still kind of young. I'm old at this point, okay? So my priorities are different.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you with the whole building a bear, aka men, at any age. That shouldn't be happening. If it's supposed to already be ready already, or at least be a work in progress type of thing. Like, I think women, I should say when we're younger, or some of them older, I don't even know if it's the age thing, but they tend to want to fix and build and create in our, what we want to see in our image. It's like, that's not our job. We're not supposed to be making or creating any man. It is what it is, and if it ain't, then move around.
Yeah,
I think that for me, it was because they were my husbands. A lot of women be doing it for boyfriends. Like, I only did it for my husbands. So
yeah, there's a difference. Yeah,
there's a big difference in that.
Max said,
and I guess it should be
ugly ass till they see him with you. That part, okay. Right. Too. When ugly dudes get with a cute girl, they whole attitude change. Like, wait a minute, do you remember that I got you after ugly, pal?
Hey, everybody.
I still see ugly, but never mind.
They do. They be getting a new attitude.
don't get me wrong now.
But yeah.
You can't be hard to look at. Like,
But
and
what you mean?
I'm questioning my
At all.
decisions. I can't you can't be hard to even me to glance at you.
What's
You
up,
know what I'm
Brandon?
saying? But
Yeah, it
you know,
becomes charity at that point. Like, hold on.
That's what
right.
I'm
You're
saying.
not doing no charity work. No. Yeah, I gotta be able to look at you at any time of the day and want to like be with you in public type of thing. You know what I mean? So unless it's just like
Okay, so saying.
it's somebody that you keep inside or that you whatever, but no. I need to be able to look and be like, damn.
What?
Okay. Yeah,
Everybody's
if I can't do
rebranding
that.
today. Big Man TV said I'm rebranding my single life. Everybody's rebranding today.
Ooh, well, y'all
Let's
need to
go.
hit a code in to help you rebrand and market.
Exactly. Okay. Let me logo. You'll get a logo. You'll get a logo. You'll get a
All right.
logo.
And you get a logo. Let's go.
Nah, but
Well,
to be real, I know that this might gonna sound petty as hell, but like I need me a man to where if something's happening and he say shut the fuck up, I want to have to think about it. I want to have to be like, you know what? I'm gonna be quiet for a minute, but I'll be back talking in a little bit. I don't
right.
want a man who
Later.
gonna say that to
I
me,
had to think
and
about
I'll
it.
be like, you shut the fuck up.
If he
It
made
depends on the context.
I had to
It
think about
depends.
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It
saying. But
depends on the
I want to
context.
feel it in my soul. Like when he said, I swear I'll be like, you know, okay.
And then what, Nicole? I mean, E, what we doing? Hello? She said, I want to feel it in my soul.
I want to feel it in my soul. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be quiet for
I
baby,
mean,
and I'm gonna just talk in a minute.
yeah. I mean, I feel what you're saying. Like, you should be able to respectfully be checked and check the person
Yeah.
that you're with. You know what I'm saying? So I feel what you're
I
saying.
agree, Kate. I agree. You know, because I'm breaking it all the way down to y'all. My husband was not my type. You know, I usually deal with skinny guys, and he was the first round guy I've dated. You know,
She said circular.
but now let me tell you, this man being in the
Circumference.
gym, and I'm looking at him a whole new different way right now. Okay, but I think the way he treated me,
In the
and
shade, is that
he
you?
always gave me queen
Yeah.
treatment. You know what I'm saying? It outweighed him not being my typical type.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, King
Okay.
of Shade.
Hey, Aunt Niecy.
Hey. Hey, King.
Hey, who is this I'm talking to under Aunt Niecy's
That's Sunkiss.
hey
Sun
That's my
Kiss.
name.
Sunkiss.
It's me again.
Hey Sunkiss. And Miss
Hey.
Nicole Braxton. How you?
Here he go.
Let's go. Let's go.
I would say though, beauty is in the eye of the beholder too. Keep going, Anissa, and then we gonna touch on what Tay said.
It's like, yeah, like I feel like at this big old age, I'm almost 50. Like I said, I look at it differently now. But if I was y'all's age, I might still would be like, yeah. So it's just hard for me to say. But at this point in my life, like I said, the amount of dollar signs in his bank account makes a whole lot more sense than him the way he looks.
I feel that.
Hey, Ebony with a motherfucker E.
What I walk into, what y'all talking about?
So basically, I was over. So you know, this show is the after party for Mac's show, Cigar
Okay.
Chats with Mac.
Okay.
So over there today, we was talking about do handsome men get away with more than ugly men, and he kind of asked us like, as women, what do we prefer? So my
Okay.
answer was, I need to be attracted to the face that I'm sitting on. Another lady, okay. Another lady's answer was she likes medium ugly men.
Oh, okay.
And I actually do have a friend that really
Oh,
likes
okay.
ugly guys. But
Me
like to
too.
her, they're not ugly, which brings in what Tay said, which is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Because, I also added this. Somebody's personality and how they treat you feeds into their looks. Like you could be fine as hell, but if you have a bad attitude or you're selfish and you're mean, that make you ugly.
I don't like the men that think they look better than you whenever you going out in public. Now that bothers my whole soul.
Not to think they're better than you. Oh my! I feel like I feel like you have to be somewhat physically attracted to whoever you're with. It has to be a physical attraction. It's not gonna work because if you're not physically compatible, then you're not gonna be sexually compatible either. So it's not gonna work because you have to have it has to be a physical outside the mental and emotional connection. It has to be a physical attraction. They don't have to be gorgeous, but you have to be attracted to the person that you're talking to because you marry this person or sitting on their face every day. You want them to look. You want to be attracted to what you looking at every day.
You want to wake up and be like, oh, you don't want to wake up like, what the fuck?
Hey, there you go.
Oh, let me sit on your face. You look so
You don't want to wake up and be scared like, did a
For
motherfucker
real.
step into my house?
Like you want some of this morning coochie.
Like, wait a minute.
You don't want to wake up. You don't want to scare yourself when who you got next to you.
Right,
Going
have
to bed
all
with a nightmare.
having the shades drawn and no, we don't want to do none of that.
And don't let them be snoring. There's a whole motherfucking bear in your bed. No.
Now my husband snores, but it's all right.
But y'all in love,
My ex
though.
used to.
And y'all been together a long
my
time,
ex
so
used to.
Yeah, we've been together
Nope.
26 plus years.
So you used to it. Like at this point, like you used to it. So it ain't gonna, it's not gonna bother you at this point. Y'all been together a lifetime, nearly a century, child. So.
Yeah, I've been with him half my life.
Speaking on the fact that our niece been with her husband for a long time, this was another question we talked about tonight, which was he kind of asked us like, do we think women settle? And I said, being nice, I really feel like at least like 75% of women settle in their relationships because these women be not just settling, they be faking. Like they'll be with somebody just to say they with somebody so they can post pictures and get matching Christmas pajamas and shit. Like, no, you don't even like that.
Men have way more options than women do. So
let's talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? They tend to want to date around, and women, want to get married, and like you said, post some pictures of your fake happy life on Instagrams and stuff. So
it's definitely case sensitive, just because
I feel like
you never know. Go ahead.
But I feel like insecure women settle. Women who are like, insecure, have low self-esteem, they're the ones that tend to settle. In my opinion, they're the ones that tend to settle outside the woman that y'all described that wants to have the post for Facebook and Instagram, wants to show off this life to the world. I feel like a lot of women who are insecure settle because they feel like they can't get nobody. Nobody won't want them, so they're gonna go with the guy that may not have it all the way together, but because he does seem to want them, they're gonna go ahead and just go with that, even though they know down inside this is someone that they know that they wouldn't normally choose to be with, but they will. Because like my aunt, she's with my uncle, they've been together 30-some years at this point, but she has settled at this point because he's broken her self-esteem down. So she feels like if she would have left 20 years ago, that nobody would have wanted her then because he's got in her mind like nobody would want her if she ever left him, and she believes that. So she has stayed with him this long because of the manipulative tactics that he's used against her, and I hate that because I hate when men do that to women. Like you break their self-esteem down just to keep the hold on to them because this is your bread and butter. So you break her down, you get her feeling like nobody's gonna want her. And it doesn't mean it does that to women. They control. That's their controlling tactic that they use.
Yeah.
And
That's usually the first thing with.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Asunkis.
Oh, I was saying that usually that's the first order of business when it comes to abuse. They go for your mental, because once that's broken, then you know what I'm saying, you you may able to fall for anything, or your, you know what I'm saying, like you say, your self-esteem, because it's called
Mm-hmm.
self-esteem. So nobody can
The
really break
esteem of
that,
your motherfucking self.
but you know, right? But I
Mm.
mean, you know, people that are abused, they get manipulated and things like that. But what about the women that are settling because their standards were too high, and so they figure, my biological clock is ticking, or I'm getting older, or I'm tired of being alone, and so that
That's
could
you.
be a sense
Yeah,
of
it's,
settling too.
Kind of like Tamar. For instance, like she's with the gentleman she chose. She settled for him, and they break up, get back together, and they break up. He's publicly humiliated her multiple times. So like I feel like she's settling because at this point she can't keep a man. So it's like she's choosing to settle with this man, but they settle, but they're not settled anymore. Like it's just back and forth with them. So I feel like she's one of the women that is at this point she's like what almost 50 at 50 somewhere in there. So I think at this
She's
point.
not that old.
Yeah.
Ain't she like 50, close to 50? Like she's at the point where she's
I
like,
don't think she my age because I'm almost
when she's
50.
like late 40s, and like she's not that far off of 50. So I'm like, she's up
Let
there where
me
like
look.
her
Right.
clock is ticking. She only has one child, and she wants some more kids. So she's I feel like she's a candidate for settling. She feel like she's one of the women that it's a settler.
I feel like on the flip side, I feel like a lot of women settle too. Like if they the only single girl in
Okay,
their
she
little
is
friend
46.
group and everybody's
Mm-hmm.
always coupled up and stuff like that, they'll go settle for a little raggedy nigga that they know they're not supposed to be with just to have the plus one to bring to the functions and shit.
Period. They don't
Yeah.
want to be awkward
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they like like the third wheel. It's like awkward. You got your friend, you got you with your man, your homegirl by herself. Every time y'all get together, she's the third wheel. She's gonna want to get somebody just to tag along. So she can feel like okay, feel more adequate because she feels inadequate being the only person without a mate, honey, at a party or a get together. Y'all going out. I mean, I get it.
Ebony with a
I,
motherfucking IE said, now when you don't settle, then you're deemed to be miserable. Hate men, nobody wants you, are too independent. You can't win if focused on social standards. That's why I do what I want. That part.
That's true, Ebony,
hi.
with an IE. Yeah, that's true.
What's up, Brandon?
what's going on? Salute to everybody on the panel, everybody in the
Oh,
chat.
what's up? Welcome.
Hey,
Salute. Hey.
So
What's the
what's your thought?
conversation about? You say
So,
what?
So what's your thought on the topic? Linda, gonna tell them.
That's why I was just asking what's the topic. I came
Oh,
in late.
so we first we talked about would you rather be with an ugly person or attractive person? And then we moved to do women settle? But you know what? Since it's men up here now, do men settle? Do y'all feel like men settle?
When it's put it like this, men settle when they put the childish things aside. When men put it like this, men gonna settle when I don't know how to put this because men are tricking in women. Men
No,
won't settle
break
when
it down. We chilling.
men won't settle down until we know the exact one. We're gonna go through life going through everything we can just to get to the exact one. But once we get there, yeah, hell yeah, we're gonna settle because we ain't gonna want to lose her.
No, that means you settle it down. We mean like, do you
right.
settle as far as you with somebody who don't have all the qualities you think she should have, or is she not as pretty as you think your girl should
Okay,
be? Like, that's what we got
for
settle.
one, I can't settle down on an ugly girl. You got to be attractive. I
thank
gotta,
you, thank
I
you,
gotta, I gotta come home and look at
So
something.
don't
See what I'm
change.
thank
saying?
Look, there he
you.
is. There he is.
Okay,
Let's go.
let me ask this question: do you feel like handsome men get further, or do you feel like men with money get further? Which
And
one?
hold that thought, because speaking of money, thank you for the for the cash app that I just got. Hold
Let's
on.
go.
Who got the smoke? You got the smoke. And you gave me the smoke. And I appreciate it because I want all the smoke. Thank you from after the smoke. I appreciate you.
Miss
I
Brett.
like this.
I'm tired of y'all.
No, you're
Yes.
not.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Okay, what was I at?
I
You
asked you,
Damn.
do you think women settle when it comes to a man being more handsome or his bank
Yes,
account?
girl.
It depends on what generation you asking or which generation you dealing with. Because this generation, they just want money. And you go back to another the generation before, then they might settle down with somebody handsome. But this generation, all they want is money.
But you said, Anissa said, do you think that men who are handsome get further,
Oh, shit, okay.
or men who are ugly or have money get further when it comes to dating? Do they get more passes? They get,
Well, me with money get my pass.
That's
Hmm.
how
That's that. You say what?
That
that's
what
how I
she think.
feel.
That's a fact. I mean, this generation,
I think so too.
you can't you can't even conversate with a woman in the days unless they in your bag or they gonna ask you about your bag. So shit,
that's true.
literally, it's all about money with these
Not
people these
all
days.
of us.
I
I mean,
mean,
you're not all. Well, how? I said this generation.
yeah,
Yeah.
this generation, like
I
90% of
can
the
agree with
women
that.
are gold diggers. They want your credit score. They want to know how much you make, and they want your income bracket. They want to know what you're bringing in dollar wise. What even entertain a conversation. Like you can't even get
Ain't
in the door.
shit genuine no more. You gotta. It's all about money when you come in. Like it's.
Oh,
But that's where I have a problem with the conversation, right? Because I feel like the men, what they're complaining about, I feel like they're not looking for the women that's not on that. And I feel like vice versa. Because in both arguments, when I hear what women claim they're not getting a lot and what men claim they're not getting a lot, there are women that are in that category. So it's like, who are you presenting yourself to?
True.
Who you around? Like, because if you with the I don't even know what to call them respectfully. Like the hood rats. If you with the hood rats, you're not gonna get the woman that you want. If you know what I'm saying? It's about what environment are y'all in? So where y'all can't find not one woman that fits the criteria or vice versa the man in no way, shape, or form. So are your expectations realistic then? If you can't find nobody that you like?
It's not the fact we can't find nobody we like. It's just the fact that can't trust nobody these days. You
So
gotta
is
get.
y'all not taking your time?
Yeah, nobody take their time no more. Everybody rushing into something. Shit. People. I seen somebody meet somebody 2 week and a month later they married. You don't know shit about that person,
it
but
is.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's people don't. For one, don't nobody got conversation no more. Is it straight? What you got? What you got? What you gonna do for me? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, can we talk for a month? Can I get to feel you out? Can I get to know you? You know what I'm saying? People don't do that no more. It's all about the bag. It's all
Yeah,
about the bag.
I
It's
mean,
it.
It,
you
Men
have to,
all about the
mhm.
coochie.
You said what?
All about the what you cut in and out.
I said with some men, it's all about the coochie. They want the coochie.
I mean, but that's how I think. People, I mean, men. I'm gonna say men.
Mm.
Men don't realize if you're doing everything that woman wants needs you to do or what you're supposed to do naturally, she gonna give you the pussy
Yep.
naturally. You know what I mean? Some men go straight for the pussy, it makes it boring. But if you sit back and just conversate and let that woman come to you for a change, should it be a lot different for men these days. But everybody they walk in with the bag and sex, and then wonder why the relationship don't last years. It only lasted months because you came with the wrong motive.
I agree.
But that's the
That being
generation.
said, both for real, there are some fine men that's dumb as fuck getting away with murder, especially with women that just want a warm body next to them.
I have never experienced that. Thank God.
But it's this generation. I mean,
right.
it's a different time. Like
I agree, Abby.
women tolerate, are willing to tolerate a man that's attractive because they like say it's a physical attraction. So they look at like if he looks good, I can pay some of the stuff he's doing. I can take some, even if he cheats, they'll bypass the cheating too. They'll just to have that person next to them they are attracted to physically. So you see a lot of that going on.
Well,
Yeah.
what does settling really mean for a man? Because I'm not going to group all of them together, but
Mhm.
in most cases, men don't settle because they have several women. So what do they need to settle for? If she don't do this one does. If that one and that one don't do this, she does. And it doesn't mean that there isn't one woman that can encompass all of that, but is it a thing where men don't take the time to find one so they have a lineup just because they all bring different things to the table?
I think both. I feel like I agree with you. Like I was gonna get there too because I hear different answers. I feel like
Mhm.
there's so many different areas where you can settle that people
Hmm.
don't even realize they settling. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
because
right,
if a person is got a fucked up mind state and they accept something, they don't even realize that they're settling because that's what they used to.
right. It's
I'm not gonna
definitely a
lie,
mind thing.
you said a mouthful right there, cause it's true. Like people be like, I don't want to bring up my situation, but I just got out of a situation, and now that we sit and talk about this, a nigga was selling for a lot of shit I didn't have to settle for. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I didn't have to settle for the attitude, the bullshit, the controlling. I could have exited the building a long time ago and found somebody that, that's walking the same walk I'm walking. So the double back, a lot
Was
of people,
children involved?
yeah, yeah. And that,
Okay.
and also that'll make a man settle too, because they don't want to lose that time he has with his child. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
we'll just settle for the bullshit. Fuck it, I settle.
I don't feel like at that point it's settling. I feel like at that point you're trying
It's a
to fight for what's
choice.
right. Yeah, I feel like at that point you're trying to fight for what's right. It just sometimes don't. Well, I would say most times, unfortunately, it don't work out the best
But it's
way.
toxic but it's toxic when you have a child involved because you're settling and y'all not getting along, and then the child is here that's hearing all the arguments. They can feel the tension. Children are smart; they
Yeah,
feel the energy. So you
Mm-hmm.
settling, but the child's affected, and the child starts to act out because they know mom and dad are not happy. They're not happy together. They don't like each other. Like kids are very smart. So I think I don't like when two people who are together and they have a child settle because it's harming the child. They're not thinking about the child
Yeah,
at all.
mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
think there's a problem in society right now where people are laying down with people. They don't even know their middle name. They don't know
Yeah.
how old they are. Don't know who their mama is. So it's like it's a lot of more options than it was whenever I was coming to age, because we didn't have the cell phones and stuff like this and internet, at our fingertips, where we could just get up here and meet up any kind of woman, any man, any night, any day. We could have somebody different. So I think that plays a part in it too, that it's just access to more people now. And some people have a hard time settling because they always feel like what's around the corner.
I can agree with
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say the
Ebony said.
traumas. Go ahead.
Ebony said, I think settling for a man could look like, okay, I know this woman isn't ideal, but I got her pregnant and I want to have a nuclear family, so he stay and try to make it work. Not all men cheat. I
But
can
that's
agree with you too.
toxic. But that's the toxicity because he's choosing to stay with her because she's having a child, but he doesn't like her, but he loves her. And you with somebody that you don't like, that's not good because y'all don't like each other, and it's toxic for the child. And those situations are
I
never
agree.
end well. They never end well. I've witnessed it. They never end well.
I
I
have a
agree and I disagree. So I agree that it can become toxic, but I disagree because like when you in a relationship and you married for a long time, and Aunt Niecy, correct me if I'm wrong, you sometimes you be in a space where y'all don't like each other, or it might not be connected as it is, but you have to work at it. Like a relationship, the people are growing independently while they're together. They're maturing,
in,
they're learning things, they're
Mhm.
evolving. So
in theory.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in
Yeah.
in some instances,
In theory.
if both of y'all really want to make it work, y'all can go to like therapy or talk to somebody or see somebody. But most times it does end badly. But sometimes you can get past it.
But but in marriage, yes. But like in terms of just like two people hooking up and then she gets pregnant. I'm speaking from that point of view. Like that just never works because y'all hooking up and then she's pregnant. So now I feel forced to be with this person because she's carrying my seed. And then, but we don't like each other. We can't stand each other every day. We cut each other out. That's toxic.
Case in point,
I
you know, with my mom and dad, like they were very toxic, and I witnessed that as a child. So I understand where you're coming from, and you're right. We are not the same people we were 26 years ago. And if you don't water and nurture and continue to pour into a relationship, it causes problems. And with us, it was because our life revolved around our kids. And whenever the kids got grown and left, we were looking at each other like what the hell do we do now? Because you know our life revolved around them. So it's very important to continue to pour into your relationship throughout the years because you do grow and you're not the same person. I'm not the same person I was 26 years ago.
I have a question. Okay, I have a question. As far as so I'll give context with my own situations. Like my past relationships, um, first of all, they weren't necessarily my type because it was at a time where I met the person and then I didn't see him for like 3 or 4 months maybe, but we kept in contact throughout and built a rapport that way. And then when I seen him again, it was like, wait a minute, is I don't remember you looking like that. You know what I'm saying? But you're already locked in emotionally. So you're already locked in emotionally. So it'd be like, they weren't, booger wolves, but technicalities would be like, really? But now, as far as
Ebony.
where you're at in your space, like, okay, your headspace, either I feel like most people, they are seeking relationships, whether it's casual sex or whatever, or real relationships with the wrong intentions. You know what I mean? And it may be, they may not even know it. So somebody that's depressed, for example, they will look, they'll look for somebody because they're lonely, but that energy is not going to make, you know what I'm saying? Like if that person is lonely, another person isn't going to help them with that because that's a self type of thing. Like if you're lonely, you could be in a room full of people and still be lonely. You know
A
what I
lot of
mean?
people don't know
So
how to be alone, you know.
yeah, right. So like with me, I didn't know myself as well as I thought I did. And that reflected in the man that I chose, which then had a series of events that, were learning experiences, but could have been avoided because, you know what I mean? I went in one way thinking this and that and settled for things that I shouldn't have because, wearing your heart on your sleeve or whatever. But when people go into relationships, they need to know themselves so that they can trust the person that they're standing next to. Then they won't be settling, in theory.
I got another question that we dealt with, and then I want to hear what Scofan thinks about the conversation so far. The other question they asked us was, what are some flaws that you have when it comes to like relationships?
I can say that I am very independent thinking still to this day. Like I don't like if I can't cuddle more than 10 minutes, like get her off me, it's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Me either.
Like
let's cuddle and then go ahead onto your corner.
like on down to your man cave, baby. We good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just cuddle for 10 minutes. Oh,
Right.
I love you. Bye.
Yeah. Coach called timeout. Coach called timeout.
Yeah, like I just like my space, and I'm fortunate that I got somebody that like their space also. So that's how we have been together 26 years.
Let's go.
Yeah. My first
I
husband,
said that
one of them, you know, that my first husband, he had to be up under me. And I was like,
ugh,
Ew.
this
Yeah.
is not
let me breathe. I said that one of my flaws is that I'm a perfectionist. Like, I really overthink a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah. And in a relationship that could be worrisome sometimes. So I'm working on trying to like go with the flow and stuff like that. But I just be wanting things to be right. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when you putting your foot out there for the public and stuff like that. I just be wanting, and I think that comes from my upbringing. The fact that, you know, my daddy's a preacher, both my grandfathers were preachers, and it kind of was like, you know, we the first family, so the image gotta be right type of thing. So I didn't like like say we get into an argument before we go to church, right? But then at church we gotta act like nothing happens, and I didn't like that because I don't know how to pretend and be fake. So now I just want it to be right so that we don't have to fake like it's right, if that makes sense.
you see how she's saying fake with the neck. She means that.
Yeah,
Not y'all fighting before y'all go to the Lord's house, honey. That's not good, honey. God, this
now,
ain't
you know,
been
like growing up, like I would want to wear what I want to. I would want to wear what I want to wear. My mom would be like, "You are not wearing that. I'm wearing this."
Girl,
Daddy
you need
already
to
at
put a
church.
brother on.
I'm
You're
wearing this.
making too much. Like, yeah. You know, I grew up as a too, so.
She said, I remember my question. Don't let me forget.
I forgot it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Okay, let
not
me go
because
to
of you.
Tia Shay for his flaws, and then I'm gonna ask GoFan what you think about the conversation so far. What do you think is some of your flaws, King Shay?
I'm like Anissa. Like I'm like her in the sense of like I don't need you over under me. I don't need you in my like I need my space. I'm a space person. Like I don't need all that close clinginess like that. I'm not a fan of that. Like because I just don't. I know you're alive. I don't need to hear you breathe. Like I don't need all that. I don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all that.
I hear you snoring. So you
Exactly. I know you alive. I know your heart beating. I know you know you're not in distress over there. And for me, I think to like me opening up, like it takes me a while to open up because I've been through so much, been so much, like so I'm very guarded. I think opening up fully is also one of my because I think it flaws because I'm very guarded, like by nature, just because I don't trust people easily. It takes a while to get my trust in people to really open up fully to, and really share myself, you know what I'm saying, fully. So yeah.
I
I
can
don't think
feel
that's
that.
a
It's kind of
flaw.
hard to trust people nowadays because everybody got a damn motive.
Yeah, that's not a flaw at all.
But I feel like
To
it's a
me.
flaw. I feel like it's a flaw in the sense that like it makes it difficult to have a long lasting or long lasting relationship because you have to open up. And for me, it's I was been struggling
Right.
to open up fully to really,
Okay.
share my true fullness to
So you
someone.
have a problem with
I
trust.
got you.
But yeah, because
Yeah,
my heart
I
is
can feel that
special.
because then some people will feel like they'll take that problem on themselves and be like, well, what is it about me that make you don't want to open up to me? I'm here for
Yeah.
you, but really you just not ready. You know what I'm saying? So I get that.
Because
Yeah.
my heart is a prize. It's a special.
Okay.
It's in a safe. It's very special. Very I cherish it. So I don't want to just give it. And somebody break it because you break my heart, I gotta break your face. So we not gonna.
Oh,
You know,
you chose violence today.
I'm just saying my heart is precious. I know you can't
Max
break my
said
heart.
yes. Okay. She said yes for breaking of the face. Okay.
Yes, honey. I ain't got Tony
That
Braxton yet, honey.
part.
See, Tony Braxton was able to unbreak her heart, honey. I'm still trying to find my Tony inner Tony, honey.
Let's
Okay,
go.
you better say it,
Okay.
Nicole.
Hell is for reference. You are what in your late 20s?
No, I'm early 30s, 32.
Okay.
Yes, 32. Yeah.
So, Sophie, what you think about the conversation so far? What you got to tell us, girl? Because you be having more words.
Yes, honey. We're here for you, honey.
First
Hey,
of
Miss
all,
Wolf
salute
fan.
to everybody on the panel and in the chat.
Yes,
Hi.
sister.
Salute,
Good
salute.
morning. Can y'all
That's
hear me?
Ebony.
Yeah,
Yes,
we can hear you, baby.
Yeah, I made me forget.
Well, hold on. While you collect that thought, I do have a commercial for y'all because I have something for the only members. Okay, only the members have access to this, and I know King of Shade finna talk shit, so let me just get it on in there.
Wait a minute. In the galaxy.
Let's go.
Where is it? Okay, here we go.
I don't deserve this at all. Like, they do so many wicked things to people behind closed doors. And for people to down someone and they're not going through what I'm going through, and for you motherfuckers to say I'm crazy when in reality I'm not, I just go through so much and this shit is whack. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, my therapist even said to me that she want to kill herself.
You are safe with me. So yes, story
Who's
time.
that?
We do have some private calls because that conversation right there was intense. That is the woman who feels that Sandra Bullock stole her son.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Hello.
Listen,
That
listen,
wig is crazy, baby. So she definitely crazy.
listen,
That wig is a fool, honey.
listen.
I'm
I'm
so-
respectful to everybody that wants to come and tell me their story. Y'all know story time is open for anybody, and y'all can come and tell me any type of story that y'all want to, and we can talk about it. But that story, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like it's very heart wrenching. It's gonna be over there in members only because it's deep. It's deep,
She's a good
and
actress,
all the
honey.
receipts will be posted in members only too. So for the
Well,
people who think maybe she's crazy, maybe she's lying, the receipts are receipting and they're gonna be over there in the members only. So
I
But that's the
mean,
perfect thing with story time. You know, you don't know whether the person is cap or not. So it's up
Yep.
to you to make your own decision whether or not they cap.
well, based on that wig, I'm giving Cal, honey, and
Oh
she's a
my
good actress,
God.
honey. She's a good actress. Y'all know what I go through. Y'all don't know. I mean, I could do
Well,
that.
as you can see, as y'all can see, as y'all know, I came in the game very colorful. I'm gonna stay colorful, so I don't have nothing to say about her hair.
Okay, we're gonna pray for her. We're gonna pray for her, honey.
Everybody deserves prayer.
I do, honey. Yes.
But the story is off the chain, y'all. So go over there to members only.
I'm
Grab you
Team
a
Sandra,
membership.
so I can't listen. I'm Team Sandra. Like I'm Team I'm Team Sandra, honey.
But
Mama,
fan, did you remember what you was gonna tell us? Because King of Shade gonna go in on this for the rest of the episode if we land on.
Well, yeah, get back to what you was gonna say, and we're ready.
I'm trying to figure out why Sandra though. I mean, I could understand Angelina Jolie, but okay. Anyway, back to your question.
Tonight.
Back to your question. I ain't gonna start tonight. I'm gonna let them make it. Okay. Moving on.
It's a lot I could say about Sandra.
Okay, so we got 3 questions, Scofan. Number 1, ugly or handsome? Who gets the more privileges?
Hold on. Who gets the more privileges?
Who gets away with more?
The nigga in between, because he barely made it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, next question. Do you prefer handsome or ugly?
Ugly, because I can make him handsome and humble.
Okay.
Also, you're gonna build them. Okay, got it. All right.
And then, 2 more. Who settles more, men or women?
Women.
Women, okay. And then what is a flaw you have when it comes to relationships?
A flaw. Constant reassurance. Like
that you need it or that you have to give it? Because that's a good one.
I need basically because it's like coming out of a marriage and dealing with the things I deal with. So getting into a relationship outside of after my marriage, it's like I'm having to constantly be reminded that we are committed and that, you with me for me or whatever the case may be. So yeah.
I can see that.
So do you think you settled in your marriage or were you guys compatible at first?
Mm, being that I was younger than him, I think I settled being that he was an older guy. So I'm in my mind, with him being older than me, I'm thinking that he's more mature when that's not really the case. Because some men just because they're older don't mean their brain is too.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I mean, and then with me just being 24 at the time, I wasn't really just thinking like that. So yeah, in some
Okay,
ways,
I don't want to get too in your business, but it do kind of going through some of our questions from tonight. Was it the money?
no, not really. It's more so the attention at the time. Being
Mhm.
that when I met my husband, I was pregnant, so
Okay.
it was more so of the attention.
I said King of Shade. Okay, so the attention, because I feel like a lot of people don't realize, but they're what's the word I want to use? What's the respectful word? They're susceptible, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand that attention is a drug. If you ain't never got attention
Mhm.
and then you all of a sudden get attention, and I'm not talking about in your case, sis, I'm talking about in general. Like
Mhm.
people who come from not really getting attention, that attention can make you do some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
And older men are known to groom younger females.
You
They
say
make them
older
feel like,
men?
yeah,
Okay,
they
because
make you feel like,
no diddy.
you the
You know
queen of
what?
the earth. Like you said, they got ulterior motives behind the way that they're treating you.
Yeah.
Not that they're treating you good because you deserve to be treated good. Some older men are really with that nonsense, and it's crazy.
I agree, Ebony, with IE. I feel like it makes certain people vulnerable because once you start getting that attention that you never got, you got to keep getting it, or you feel you're back to that feeling unworthy and feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm the opposite. How I grew up around a lot of people that respected my parents, my grandparents. So people was constantly in my face. Now I don't want it, but at the
That was
same time,
good.
I
Yeah.
am who I am. So I'm out here. But I've seen it to where like guys and girls, like, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me type of thing.
Mm,
And now they don't know what to do with that shit. And they
yeah.
be crashing the fuck out.
Mhm.
Mm. But see, in my case, I feel like it was more so that me being young and at the time it was like my first pregnancy. So at the time it was like my emotion was everywhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't that like in general I wasn't getting attention because I'm not a person that seek attention. I like to be behind the scenes. I don't care if I don't get none. I see me. But
Yeah.
anyway, so
Okay.
it was
Say that
like
Oh,
one more time.
that,
okay.
She
that
said,
never mattered
I
to me. Like
see
I don't
me.
care about no attention.
Yes.
But yeah, so it was more so I feel like it was more so me being emotional at that time. Like I was very vulnerable. Like it honestly, it didn't even have to be him. It could have been like a family member that could have gave me a hug and not just, you know what I'm saying? Because it was new to me. And then me not having my mom with her being deceased. So it was like I was having to learn everything by myself. I was just jumping into something myself.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm.
There are some men though will use that. They will use that. Okay, she, vulnerable. She pregnant, and let me, get in here and you know.
That's when all the I'ma take care of you and
Mhm.
you ain't gotta worry about this and I got this and I own this and all of that or the promises that never ever get me, type stuff happen. Yeah, she right.
Yeah. But I do want to say, like, on the flip side, while older men be grooming females, I feel like it's a lot of older females out here that be grooming young boys too.
Oh
And I
yeah.
feel like people don't
Yeah.
really talk about it, but it's a
Yeah.
lot of older women that be going after them young boys, and the young boys
Mhm.
think like, oh, I'm with this older woman. She got this, she got that. Whole time, you just a meat stick, my boy.
Mhm.
And let's talk about some of the younger women that groom some of the older men. Me,
They do what to older men?
groom them. I'm older
Mm.
too.
I think
Oh,
younger women use. I don't
yeah, I
think
don't
that
say
they
it take advantage
groom.
Not me.
Hold on, wait. Carl
That's
says,
somebody
speaking as a 57-year-old male, I wouldn't call it grooming in all those cases. Older men are more patient and private. Unfortunately, that grooming does happen. No diddy. Just
Uh,
not all men. That's a fact.
Well,
Yeah,
we're never
I would
talking
the
about
patient
all
part, but
older
okay.
men. We're never gonna say all men. We always
yeah,
talk
y'all
in
know I
general.
like being specific. We gonna say some.
Okay.
Cause I be
I'm
white
talking
man.
about the
Ow.
patient part.
But I agree. I agree with him as far as like, now let's talk about these words, right? And I want to see what y'all think. I agree with him because I feel like those trigger words, I feel like people be using them in all the wrong instances, like grooming, narcissist,
Mhm.
all those little trigger words. I feel like people be using them too much, and they be putting them in situations where they don't supposed
I
to go.
also feel that there are more narcissists now because of social
What's
media.
up, Gordo?
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Gordo. Okay.
To me, a lot of
Yeah.
it isn't even narcissism, even though that everybody, that narcissism is like almost a trend, even though they have been from the beginning of time. But I think a lot of people, they see a trait and think that they're a narcissist, as opposed to
Mhm.
having narcissistic traits, because there's a difference. And then some of these personality disorders, because that's what it is, they're similar in nature to other things, like a dark empath or a sociopath or a psychopath. You know what I mean? Like there's levels to it, but I know narcissism is the big one. Everybody thinks, okay, you're a narc because you gaslit me, but so do manipulative people. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel you about the terms being loosely
Manipulative
used.
people are more borderline personality. Like you
Yeah.
right up with my
Yeah,
alley
right.
with all these terms. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
I'm
and I
thinking
do
about
feel
business
like
a
I
bit.
do feel like narcissist is overused, but I do
Definitely.
feel like there are more narcissists than ever before today.
I
But
feel
I
like society gives people the leniency because it's always like, don't offend this person, be politically correct about this person, accept this, accept that. And so I feel like a lot of these flaws that people be have, and let's just be real about it and call it what it is, fucked up ass ways that people have, they make you feel like you should accept the fucked up ass ways because this is how they are.
Facts.
Case
That's a
in
thing.
point, Glorilla, that girl got stopped
Oh,
by
wait a
the
minute
police.
now. It's like,
Glorilla,
Uh
what's her name? She
yeah, that's
got
her
stopped
name.
by
But I
the
say, wait a minute, what you
police.
about to say about the girl?
oh.
She didn't
Gloria,
go,
hallelujah.
Angel, you know who I am? Like, baby, you had 2.5 hits. No,
Oh,
them white cops didn't know who you were. You know what I'm saying?
oh.
And even if
oh, you
they
talking
did,
about her DWI.
I think it's just selfish and irresponsible for you to get behind the wheel under the influence. I don't care who the hell you are. It's
yeah.
selfish.
It's
Yeah.
funny because she said she doesn't like to drive and she would prefer to be driven. Now I see why. Because you finna get DUIs, ma'am. Like, but I heard that whoever she was with was lit too. So, like, I mean, either y'all gonna take a nap or y'all gonna try it.
And they
So,
tried
but yeah,
it. Mhm.
You
either.
know, had a we and a fully loaded gun in the car, and we're gonna reach back there and get it. She was so high.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, we gonna have to take you in,
But
ma'am.
I'm gonna keep my eye on this. That's a whole nother different conversation. But I'm gonna keep my eye on this because I feel like that was lightweight to set up. Because with all the people that be around her, how did y'all even allow her to get in that situation? I feel like it's a setup. So it's like, what did she do that so that they can have tabs on her even more heavily? Because when you in the industry and you're an artist and you come out with hits and stuff like that, and you're around a certain group of people, you have handlers around you, and they really want to control you. So I want to know why they even allowed her to be in that situation.
Well, she only has 2 hits, so according to Anisi, so
No,
only 2 hits. So, only 2 hits under her
she got
belt.
probably a good 3 now.
So okay, so only like under 3 hits under her belt. She may not have handlers yet because she's still in the beginning of her stardom.
She got
She clearly does not because they let her ass get arrested, so she don't have them.
CMG, she got them.
Well, she don't. Well, clearly they went on payroll that night because she got arrested.
But that's what I'm saying. I want to know what's coming after.
They ain't talk like that, honey. Because what's my girl name?
Okay, Ebony with the IE. Don't do.
What's my girl name? What's her girl name?
Go to jail, bro.
She got handlers though right now, y'all. Like she. I want to know why they allow her. I'm gonna be watching because I want to know what's gonna happen next.
I mean, but you can't. They can't give a grown person permission. Like she's grown, so she's gonna make her own choices.
I was gonna say, I don't know about allowed. Like
she's grown.
She was with the homies as opposed to like
in the industry.
I get the handle, but she's still grown. Like if she want to go jump off a cliff, she could do that. Like she's grown. The handlers gonna be there, right? The handlers are there, but I mean,
they're gonna orchestrate that shit to where.
Oh, here we go.
They're gonna orchestrate that shit to where it benefits them. Okay, they got life insurance for people and all that shit. But that's a different conversation. We can keep it like
they got a life insurance policy on them, so they don't care if she drives high, because they still gonna get paid regardless if she leave this earth, and they need to realize that in the industry.
Mm-hmm. Now they could have been watching and saw she was behind the wheel, so let's pull her over because again, she in an interview she said, "I don't drive. I don't like it. I got a car, but I'm cool. I have my brother drive me around or whatever." But
she did an illegal U-turn.
That's why she don't drive. She don't go sit down. But like, you know what I mean? Like for her to think that, in that moment, and if she's lit, then of course she's gonna be like, "Do you know who I am?" And wait a minute.
Is she young? So she's not, lit and young together. She's not thinking like rationally. And she's still new. Like it's Glorilla. Like she's not that important, so we can move on.
Outside today, and she gonna be outside tomorrow.
Let's go.
I think that they're putting a lot of stuff on her too, like that. They're trying to make her more of a sexy artist and this like that. So anyway.
She's a cute girl though.
Oh, my question.
Sunkiss got a question.
Okay, I remember it this time. When I was talking, I forgot. So, fighting for a relationship. I'll give y'all mines at the end, but fighting for a relationship, is that something that you see as a thing for everyone in the building, or would you just move around?
At this point, I'm fighting for mine, baby. I don't build a husband, honey, and you can't have him. So
right. You try to get your ROI.
Wait
a minute, what's that?
I ain't got
return on investment.
I got more years behind me, more likely than I got in front of me. I ain't got time to build another man, child.
Ebony with a IE says it depends. Well, tell us what it depends on, Ebony, while I tell my answer. Okay. I feel like my friends have told me, I feel like fighting for your relationship depends on not only how you are as a person, but I feel like it goes into like your upbringing, because I feel like the fact that I was raised by wives, I feel like I've stayed with boyfriends too long because I always saw, you know, they were married, so of course they're gonna work shit.
You saw
But
commitment, yeah.
I guess I didn't understand because I wasn't around people who were breaking up and leaving. That in a boyfriend girlfriend situation, you do have all rights to leave when shit ain't right. So I feel like I stayed longer than I should have because of how I was raised. Now where I'm at in life right now, if the relationship is worth it, I'll fight for it. But if shit ain't right, then no, I gotta go.
Okay. Who's next?
What you
Miss
think, King
Fan?
Shade?
I think it
King
depends on the
Shade?
relationship. I think it depends on the relationship and how important it is to me. I feel like it depends on if I see any worth in the relationship. So it depends on how long we've been together, how what we've been through in the relationship to that point to where I feel like the question of fighting for it or not comes into play. Because if we've been together only a couple of months, then I don't have enough motivation to fight for it. But we've been together like uneasy almost a century, then I'm gonna fight. We're gonna hang it on out.
Don't try to feed up y'all.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
He said a century. I need to get his age.
It's so dark in
I
here.
just done King Shade.
No, I mean, because you've been together a long time, so I'm together that long. I'm gonna fight for it because that's a lot of time, like you said. It's a lot of love. That's a lot of years. I put it. That's a long time.
Okay, I was
That's
scalp a hoe.
Wait a
period.
minute. Wait. What?
Oh my.
Period.
I heard
Right.
scalpings. What's going on?
Okay, you heard it here first. I need to say checking all the hoes.
Period.
Let's
Okay.
get it done. Let's get
Okay,
it done.
Fan, how you feel about fighting for a relationship? Then I'm gonna read Ebony with a motherfucking E. Okay, and when y'all say her name, y'all gotta say it like that. Okay, it's Ebony with a motherfucking E.
I need her to rewrite it. I need her to go in and change the way she she needs an MF right there. My bad. Go
That's
ahead.
my fellow E right there. Okay, Fan, how you feel about fighting for a relationship?
I mean, it depends. If it's a marriage I'm fighting for, yeah, maybe depending on the marriage. But just a regular relationship. Um, it depends on the person, honestly. Like if I devoted a lot of my time and energy into this person, this quote unquote new person or whatever, then yeah. But it's also a time limit on that fighting too, though. I ain't just gonna be fighting forever. It's like you got a certain amount of time to get it together, or you're gonna be over here fighting by yourself.
Fighting.
Who got the train in the background?
Oh,
That was the confirmation. That was the yes, let's go.
Okay.
That was that yes, let's go horn. Let's go.
Okay.
And
Time to
look,
fight.
so I feel like right now in my life, I would fight for a friendship before I fight for the boyfriend and girlfriend because friends, because friends are there through thick and thin. Like my relationship with Anisi, right? Like if I was to get on Anisi nerves to where she'd be like, you know what, I can't deal with you no more. I would have to be like, Anisi, I love you. We support each other. I will fight for that as opposed to a fucked up ass boyfriend. Like goodbye.
That's so sweet.
Oh.
Now, Anissa, would you say? Would you fight for EsessionByEnicole?
Of course, Aunt Niecy is worth fighting for. What are we talking about?
All our relationship, I had to fight. Okay.
Oh, come
I
on,
had to fight my uncles. I had to fight my brothers. I had to. Oh my bad.
Oh my god.
And I killed you.
It depends on the situation. If his communication issues are just not being on the same page, I can fight for that. If it's a hard boundary that was crossed, then maybe not. I can understand that too. I get that.
I don't know, because I get that. I guess, but it depends on what the boundary is. Like if it's cheating, if it's like a lot of
She said
cheating.
a hard boundary.
But I'm saying
that's
what they
call that non-negotiable.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
Let's
So
go.
like cheating or a baby, I guess maybe like a baby or something like that. I
A
don't know.
Did you
visualized
say get a baby?
Like if the person had a baby on, like if he had a baby on her or something, or cheating,
I
maybe a
was like,
baby, because baby seems to be like the
motherfuckers out here
hard.
babies.
I
No,
was
I'm saying
gonna
like
say deal
baby seems
breaker.
to be like the men having babies on women seem to be like the non-negotiable in this era of time. Like women ain't having it. Like if you have a baby on them, they're not really sticking around for that. Like
Okay.
you know,
No.
I said, wait a minute now.
The
you
way
know.
I feel
Hey,
about
I
it
don't know.
is
I know a couple that will.
Mosh and Miss D, what's going on? Y'all make sure y'all are subscribed to the whole package that comes with Brunch and Tea. Okay, because that means subscribe to Brunch and Tea, this page, subscribe to Miss D, the Love Palace, and subscribe to Keymosh, because I don't know which one is there. Which is the Miss D or Keymosh right here today? But subscribe to all three of them. Okay.
let's go. Like
Yeah.
for me, with the fighting, what I realized, because I did my last relationship was like a hard knock. It was like going to get my doctorate. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? Like it was the
Oh,
biggest learning lesson that I could ever get. And as opposed to having several people that I had to learn these lessons from, I stayed and was with one person, and you know what I mean? So I caught myself fighting for my relationship, but if you think about the word fight, there's only one winner. I'm not trying to fight for my relationship. Now, I will work on my relationship, meaning I'm not telling you what you're doing wrong and you're telling me what I'm doing wrong. It means I'm working on me, you working on you, and then we'll have that melodic, harmonic type of, if you're growing if you're in alignment. But
But
when you
Sun
fight,
Kiss,
it's like there's a winner and a loser, right? So,
no, not if y'all fighting on the same team.
but why fight when you could work on it? Because if you're fighting, it's something's not.
Sometimes things require more than, I don't know. I guess it depends on like kind of how what everybody's saying, like as far as time invested, assets, things like that. Like, did y'all go into business? Do y'all have a child involved? So I guess it depends on like the situation, because it will be situational whether it's a fight or
Yeah,
a work type of thing.
yeah,
So
yeah. I could
so
see that.
say y'all together. You have a child with him, and y'all been together for 5 years, and y'all have a business together, and y'all have rough patches, and then he
Oh,
has.
we gotta fight for that.
But no, but this thing, but then he has a baby on you.
Oh
Would you
no, we
still
got to
fight?
go.
Oh,
You
okay.
married and are you married and have a business
Look,
together and all
No,
that?
no, no, no.
got a
You
penis.
said
They're
what?
yeah, they're
real
yeah,
quick
like
then.
they
He changed that real quick then.
yeah, like
Yeah,
they
no,
And
we got.
she kind of stood up when she said it. I felt. I think I.
So you want to? I mean, the baby happened because y'all had like a break in the relationship, like y'all kind of had a separation, a
I'm not
moment, and
doing break
then
dating either. I'm not doing
Some
break dating.
stuff you I feel like that's where settling come back in, because I feel like a lot of women have been through that and they'll be like, I forgave them, we was on a break,
How the
but
hell
then
you ain't?
they got fucked up ass thoughts about that child, or
Mhm.
every time they get into an argument, well, go talk to Keisha. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I feel
People.
like it depends on the person and they
I already
strength.
know I couldn't get over no baby, so that's an absolute deal
I mean
breaker
I
for me.
could because I ain't got to raise the baby, so as long as the baby don't, I mean I don't have to raise, I don't have to interact with the child, so I could
You do
stay.
got to interact
But
with the
It
child.
would
knowing
You
be
my
a
gotta come over
No, I
reminder.
here.
don't. No, I
It would
don't.
be
knowing
a
my
reminder.
husband, he's gonna want a relationship with that
He,
child,
that,
and I already know how I am. So no, it's a
It
deal
would.
breaker.
It
but
would
that's
be a
fine.
constant reminder.
But that's
It would
fine.
be
The
a.
relationship can be had. That's fine with the child. It's fine, but I don't have to have one.
Carl just
Let's
said
say
what I
it's a
just said.
girl.
Basically, he said we talk about fighting. I believe it's an investment in time and a lot of times financial and also emotional stability, which we all strive for. So I feel
Mhm.
like it's individually based. Like I feel like we can't have a blanket answer for it, because it's like how you just gave us that scenario, King of
Hmm.
Shade. I feel like so many different scenarios have different variables, and then you got to
Right.
add in the person, because like while one person could handle it, another person couldn't handle it. While one person would accept it, another person be on some old demon shit with it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you really gotta know who your partner is, and like what Ebony, what a motherfucking IE said. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't go into these situations asking, what are your non-negotiables? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
What are your
everybody have them,
boundaries?
but I don't feel like nobody really be talking about them.
So it should be a contract.
Or they don't
It's a
stand on them.
contract. So it should be a contract. So this is the contract.
All
What are your
right, Nene and
non-negotiables? I'm gonna sign.
Cynthia.
Huh?
You know,
Cynthia, so you do a
I said,
contract.
okay, Nene and Cynthia.
I'm just saying, like a non-negotiable. Here's a non-negotiable. This is my non-negotiables. If you can agree to respect these non-negotiables, sign here, date here, and we good. We
I
can make
mean,
it a
to an
business.
extent,
that whole
that's
drop the
it's
baby
necessary.
from having his baby, it will still be on site when I seen the whether I'm with him or
Hey,
not.
Oh
It's a
wow.
constant reminder. It's a constant reminder. But like you have to go into, it's like these are the things that people either skip over when they are in that process of trying to see if this person
Shakira
is
Shade is a
compatible.
character.
Like
Yes,
you need to know your deal breakers, you need to know your boundaries and stand on them
That's
and
what I was gonna say.
communicate them. Communicate that with who you're with, so that
it
there
is
are
long.
no, you know what I mean? And then as opposed to it coming up later and you be like, oh no, you didn't. And it's like, well, you didn't say it was cool, or you didn't say it wasn't cool. So why you flame it up now? You know what I mean? So
Okay,
I know damn well it would
let me
be
go
a
to
deal
reality
breaker.
TV, because most people on this panel are familiar with the situation, right? Okay, Love and Marriage
Oh
Huntsville, right?
Lord.
Let's get into it, because then we
You
talking
know,
about that's the
we love
closest example
Martell.
I can think of
And
right
y'all
now.
love male, so let's just get into
No,
it.
I do not. But listen to me. We all know that Martell and Melody was married.
Mm-hmm.
The side chick was there for a while. She knew about her.
Mm-hmm.
She stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Then the baby comes. You still stay for a little bit. So you had to forgive him because you had a baby too.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it's a problem. So where do y'all feel like the breakdown in that situation was? Was it the communication? Was it the non-negotiables? Because obviously the non-negotiable, it was okay for a limited of time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a shaky line.
I think the
it pro-
problem was the baby, but also the fact that he didn't check his side chick whenever she came for meal. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I feel like
Look at
with
Ebony.
I'm just going through how she thinking now. I don't think this way, but he didn't check that
Allegedly.
chick.
let's go.
Shut the hell up, King of Shade. Like he didn't check his side chick and like, okay, this is my wife. You ain't gonna be above my wife type thing. I feel like that and the baby was the deal breaker.
I think more so the deal breaker was, didn't Mills say something about the side chick was calling her phone and sending her message like,
Yeah.
how you get my number to do that? Like how she, like why she so privileged to your phone and I ain't.
The girl bad when you met up with the girl.
Mm-mm.
She
Yeah,
met
she
up
went
with
to
the
our
girl.
house
Yes, she
later.
did. She,
Mm-mm. Yeah.
the deal breaker was
I think it was more so
the
from her perspective.
the deal breaker was her lack of um making him feel important. I think that was the deal breaker, like the communication, because
Yeah.
but I feel like it was I feel like it was a miscommunication on her part, because she was not willing to receive or understand that he felt like she
Are
wasn't
you
giving him
talking
the
about
attention
head
he
King of
needed.
Shade?
No, I'm
I
talking about
feel like Mel don't
no, the
know.
attention that the attention that he needed, because as a spouse, he did express to her
And
from
he kept saying
express
that
to her
after they had broke
that
up. Even when
she
he
was
came
not
to
giving
like,
him the he felt neglected, and he wasn't getting the attention. Like, they weren't spending time together, they wasn't doing something together as couples, because she was in her own little world, and when he expressed it to her, she ignored it. And so, I mean, at some point, you keep ignoring me. I mean, somebody will give me attention. And yes, then she brought it up. Yes, her lack of fulfilling those needs, honey. She should have fulfilled them, honey. I mean, that's
Okay,
a
so
king.
I have a
So you gotta make sure
question.
your king is happy too. You gotta keep the king happy.
I want to say something to that. I do be feeling like a lot of females operate their life like men don't have feelings.
Thank
I
you.
feel like it's a lot of women out here that treat the men like they just supposed to go bring home the bacon, fuck my brains out, and you should be good with that. But men have wants and needs too. They got
Thank
feelings
you.
too.
But I think the society feels like men, because men are not supposed to be emotional either. That's kind of a
But
thing that
that's
men are
not
not
fair.
supposed to
I don't
be.
agree with that.
It's because I grew up being told like boys don't cry, boys don't cry. You better
Fuck
suck them
that
tears
shit
up.
up.
You better suck that shit up. That's sissy shit. Like that's what I grew up
And
on.
that's why motherfuckers be exploding on bitches.
That's true. Because boys and I, we're not taught to express ourselves emotionally as boys. We're not. We told to suck that shit up and keep it going and keep it pushing. You ain't no damn sissy. That's what we're told as boys. So I mean, we
That's why
program
them white men be coming home. That's why the white men be coming home after work and put their wife in the closet.
it.
Oh my.
Wait a minute, not the
White
clothes.
men,
Wait a
Hold
white
on.
men
minute.
to put
Wait a
the
In the
wife,
minute,
the
closet.
kids, the puppy, the cat, the
Or take them
goldfish.
down by the river.
baby.
I
Okay,
ain't
the
getting
grandma
in.
too.
I ain't getting in.
Now
Shit.
I agree with you, Ebony, though. He should have dealt with that and left her instead of cheating. But do y'all
But
feel
she
like in that instance, when he was still there and he wasn't getting so-called what he needed, that he was then settling?
he was. He was for the kids. If we look at they were still married, had business together, and I feel like he was. I mean, she had the opportunity to leave, and I feel like she settled because she could have left before she got pregnant with that fourth child, but she stayed, got nutted in, and then gave another baby. So she could have left. She was so miserable.
Damn.
Why stay, have another baby by this man, and now
He
you go mad.
went all to the details.
I'm sorry, but I'm just saying like that's. I'm saying like she had the
We
opportunity to
cool with it.
leave,
We in the
and
galaxy.
she
We do what we
settled,
want to
and then
Yeah,
you
do.
get pregnant, and now you
you're
want
safe.
She
back.
got pregnant.
This
She
is
got
the
pregnant two
galaxy. You
times.
free over here.
That's what
You
I'm
are
saying.
safe.
She
Sing
settled
it for us, Kenny
double.
Shay. Sing it for us one time.
In the galaxy.
Let's
Come on, Niecy.
go.
Yeah, my Niecy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
She said, Tay eat. Oh, matter of fact, I am tripping. What am I doing? Okay, I have been sipping a little bit. Tay, forgive me. If y'all not subscribed to Tay Eats, what the fuck are y'all doing? Subscribe to my girl
Something
Tay Eats.
wrong,
Not only
clearly.
shut up, son.
No, I'm saying you gotta drop a link because I'm not.
not only does she eat, but she cooks
What
and
you
she has a great
eating,
conversation over
girl?
there. So make sure
Wait a
Okay.
y'all
minute.
subscribe to Tay. If y'all don't be quiet during my commercial.
I want to talk.
What you eating, Tay?
She does mukbangs and she cooks, but she also has great conversation over there too. So make sure y'all subscribe to Tay Eats, okay? Okay, now
All
go
right,
ahead.
Jay.
Now everybody want to be quiet.
Who turn was?
Oh,
Who turn?
I thought. I don't know. I'm scared.
Well, I think
You a
in
motherfucker lie.
today's time it's so easy to say what your partner isn't doing, and it's rare that people look inside themselves and say, well, I'm not folding in this area where I feel like I could, be a little bit more easier, consider his feelings more. I don't think right now is a day and time. Everybody is going in relationships for what they can get out of somebody instead of, what you can feed into another person. Like men are saying that women are looking for them to lead with their wallets. But a lot of men expect women to accept that they got 5 baby mamas, accept that you know, they only make so much money, accept that
Entitlement.
I got to come
On
home
both
after
sides.
working 12-hour shifts
Mm-hmm.
and I still got to take care of the kids. I still got to roll over and give you sex whenever you want sex. Like, I just feel like we're not looking into our partner and really understanding what we can do within ourselves also to help change the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. And
Right.
I agree with
That's
what
exactly.
Ebony with the motherfucking IE said. She said, yep, it seems like they were both trying to make it work at different times. I definitely could see that.
Right.
Like
That
I've been in
changes everything.
They
situations like
weren't
that
never on the
personally.
same page.
Yep. It's like when one give the
Ever.
effort, the other one is like, they getting on my nerves. And then when the other one be like, you know what, let me try to make this work. Then the other one like, nah, you been getting on my nerves, instead of meeting in the middle.
Yeah, that
Sure, that
changes
is.
everything because again, even with the fighting, I mean, fighting, I get it. I just don't like the
Bless
word.
you.
I use work instead because there's
Mhm.
always work to be done within ourselves first and for shit show, but you know what I mean? Like, and then there's also like, the conversation or lack thereof that you have with the person that you're with and letting them know, what you like or dislike or what is and what isn't. And, like I think that was Aunt Nisi, saying like you're not really looking at self when you look at something that is hurting or hindering the relationship. It's because you don't do this and you don't do, you know what I mean, as
Mm.
opposed to what am I doing
Or
to
what I could be
contribute
doing.
to, yeah, you know what I mean, or to be better. Because usually
Mhm.
when you're working on yourself and you have somebody in that same energy, because you can't work on something when it's one-sided, it's just not going to work like that. So you have to both be in the same space of, okay, we're both trying, because you can't, like, so when people break up, I've never gone back to an ex just because I always make it where it's obsolete.
I
Like,
have.
I, I don't. I, I guess, and I don't. I always say I
I,
stay too
I
long, or
still
I
do
stay
not
until
put
they're
my
gross.
husband on me. I don't
What you
I
believe
say?
in
stay
that.
until they're gross. So it's like, and not gross like that. It's just I'm unattracted to them by the time I leave because I'm all played out. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
it's like if you're if you're there and you're working on it, or if you're not in that energy of wanting to be there, wanting to do what it takes, or if you're in the same energy as you were prior to the breakup, coming in thinking that things are going to change is not gonna, it's not gonna work that way. So if y'all both don't want it, it ain't ever gonna work.
Right. Ebony with a motherfucking IE says, I see what you're saying, but she has a right to get pregnant by her husband whenever she wants. It may not be smart when he's cheating, but they were married. Now, Ebony, you tell me how you feel, and people on the panel tell me how
What
you
about
feel. But
getting a
I
divorce and
feel
married?
like she was some bullshit doing that, because after she did that, she kept throwing that in his face. And if that's not what you wanted to do, then you shouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like that's
Mm-hmm.
fair. Like, I don't feel like it's
Yeah,
fair. Like, even to,
it's
like, you
not.
remember when we was I don't remember what happened on the Braxtons, but something happened on the Braxtons, and one of them told one of them to let the man cheat in peace.
What?
What was
Well,
it? I think. Well, I think
that was
one
Trina
of
who
Trina and Gabe. Yeah,
it was
Gabe.
Trina and Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gabe. Like, once you forgive somebody for something, if you didn't truly forgive them, then just walk away, because that's not fair to tell somebody that you forgive them and keep going. And then every time something happens, you throw that shit in their face. Like, that ain't cool, man or woman.
It's
Well,
not, and like she's clear, like, and she's clearly like she's miserable, like she's holding on to it. So she every time she, as we see, she throws it, she gets angry. She gets angry and angry. Like to this day, she's still angry about that. Like, girl, you stay with him. There's her husband. Yes, that was her
So I
husband.
got a question.
In the
Yeah,
house
she had two
for a
kids with him,
month.
but she's still angry. Like, girl, are you gonna forgive him and move on, or are you gonna still be angry? Because girl, you still
Let's go, Carl.
angry.
Carl
She's
said,
still
how you
healing.
fumble a
angry.
me? That's what I'm. Carl said, how you fumble a me? That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Okay,
I mean,
Carl.
It's crazy.
it's
His name is Carl, and he's 57, and my husband's name is Carl, and he's 57.
Let's
Eh?
go.
I
We
got a
love
But
question.
we love the Carls in the
Carl,
galaxy.
is that
yes.
I
healing,
got a
but
question, y'all.
healing and forgiving is two different things, though. They are not one and the same to me. You can forgive somebody, but if you don't heal from that hurt, you're gonna throw it in their face every time you get mad
But
because
I
you
feel
haven't
like
healed
that's
from it.
not truly
But you not,
forgiveness,
but you haven't
though.
forgave.
That's
That's
not
not true
truly forgiveness,
forgiveness.
Sunkist. That's just saying the words. Like, that's like when people be like, I apologize if I made you feel, how you made me feel because I told you.
So ain't no if.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I feel like forgiveness is forgiveness, and forgiveness is not a word, a noun. It's an adjective. For
Come on
just like
now.
love is an adjective. So you can't really forgive somebody unless you healed from it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say it and it be
Right, that's what
so.
I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like you
And
have
she
to
hasn't
heal
healed,
from
and
it on top of that.
she hasn't
You haven't
fully
healed
forgiven.
from it
She
at
hasn't
all.
healed from it to fully
How
forgive
old is that little
him.
boy now?
What? How old is he? Hold on. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
How old is who?
The
Little
little boy
boy,
that
Knox.
Marcel had.
Knox. Mr. Knox.
Yeah, how
he's
old is
about
Knox?
3. He's about
Yeah,
3, I
and she's
believe.
still and Sunkiss.
And you know
She's
they've been
still
divorced 4 years now.
And she's still mad. And she's still mad about it.
pissed about it. She pissed still.
Yeah, I
And
don't even know
still
who
on
y'all
the
talking
show.
about.
Pissed than she is.
I'm like, I don't even know who y'all talking about, but tell me more.
Melody. Dr. Melody Cherie Holmes.
Yes, Nicole's fave. Nicole and Niece's fave. They're favorite.
First of all, we're not going with none of the lies today. Okay.
Oh, they're fave, honey. They honey.
Now,
They
I'm gonna put it out there. I'm put it out there. I liked Mel at first. I did like who she presented herself to be, but just like when you talk about that word healing, Sunkiss, people can only fake the funk for so long, so their true person is gonna eventually show up. And when her true self showed up, I couldn't rock with it no more.
I tried to tell you. I tried to tell y'all.
And this girl gonna be selling shirts with she's against domestic abuse, but this chick was in his house with lighter fluid and a lighter getting ready to light his stuff on fire in his house.
Wait a minute. Do y'all see this question from Scofan? So said, so do y'all think Tisha from Love and Marriage Huntsville is settling in her marriage with Marcel?
Hell yeah.
Who said that?
Me.
Why? Oh, here we go. Why did she tell him with Marcel?
He doesn't have a voice.
I think he has stepped out on her, but will we find out? Ain't no side chick came out. So I can't 100% for sure that he has, but I do feel like she's settling in some aspects of that relationship.
Wait, who said something about lighter fluid?
You can see in her face that she ain't totally happy with the way that he treats her, but they 3 kids in.
I don't feel like she's been happy for a long time.
Right.
Neil had lighter fluid. She was gonna she went in there, put lighter fluid all on his couch and was set his on fire.
Who?
And
Melody Rogers, honey. Yeah.
In the house that they live in with their kids.
Hold the presses. Mactastic TV is in the building. The reason for this show right here. Okay. If y'all are not subscribed to Mactastic TV, what the fuck are y'all doing? Go over there and support my brother. Cigar Chats with Mac. Mac, we have actually extended your conversation and we had some great commentary over here. It was dope. Y'all make sure y'all support my brother.
Let's go.
But at the end of the day, if she's willing to stay and put up with it, who am I to say, girl, look at, this and that. Like, it's up to her whether or not she wants to stay in her marriage.
Ebony with an IE said that Marcel is a narcissist, and being that we just talked about that word, do y'all feel like Marcel is a narcissist?
Yes.
I don't think he's a narcissist. I think he's a male chauvinist. I think that's the difference.
Okay, tell us what you think is the difference between being chauvinistic and being a narcissist.
Because a male chauvinist, he's all about what a woman should do for a man. Like, he's all about a woman should be taking care of her man, catering to her man, cook, clean, and be in the house. Like, he wanted Tisha to be a housewife. He didn't want her to work. Her job was to take care of him as the male. Like, her job was to do what they did in the 1930s and 50s. Take care of the man, hold the house down. Like, he's all about self. I don't think he's narcissist. I feel like I don't get narcissism from him because he's not about because in my mind narcissism is like me in terms of
he always got to be right
physically, but I feel like he's more of a chauvinist.
The cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Because he's arrogant. He's arrogant.
For Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all know I be talking to the TV people, so I'm working on something for that for y'all to bring them with their words. And as y'all know, I actually am cool with Mark Scott, you
Hi,
know.
boo.
First of all, yeah, see, he like to play a lot.
Yes, EsessionByEnicole Sky. She gonna be in the sky, y'all. Coming soon. Love Paris Huntsville,
Next
season
year.
10.
That is our good friend though. And I'm working on some stuff for y'all, but we talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville because it was crazy though, because they popped in my head as we talked about what we're talking about because the scenario fits perfectly into the conversation. So
But I
they're
was
on
saying
the Home
Marcel.
Network. It's
But I
the
was saying,
Carlos King production.
yeah, they don't pay his cast much. But I was saying that Marcel,
Look,
not
where is
a
my
male
baby?
chauvinist is like a chauvinistic person is very arrogant and cocky and
He
condescending.
wants all the smoke out.
And Marceau was very cocky, condescending, and arrogant as well. So I feel like that differentiates a narcissistic person because I don't think a narcissistic person is uh arrogant or condescending or cocky. I don't think that of a narcissistic person. I just think that I think they're like all about
She
like
said if Hotel told that
themselves.
story, they need a receipt. Who told the story about the lighter fluid, Anisi?
Yeah.
Martell had a video when she came in.
Yeah, he did. He posted
He had took like I think like 18,000 out of the bank and without her knowing. And she came with the lighter fluid.
Is this recent?
I need for you to call the bank and transfer my money back in my account. And he was just sitting there filming. Hunger came in with a lot of fluid. She was giving for Lisa Left Eye Lopez up in that.
Well, here you have it, Ebony, with that motherfucking acting. We got the
It's a whole
receipt.
video. Martell released.
Ebony said that she thinks Marcel is a narcissist and a chauvinist.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh,
Is that
not the
what you mean?
cocktail.
Hold on, wait. I don't want to put words in Ebony's mouth. Is that what you mean that he's a chauvinist and a narcissist?
Yes.
And okay, so while we on the subject of this, where does Maurice fall into the whole? Because you know, a lot of people say that they say that Martell is a narcissist. Y'all are saying that Marceau could be both chauvinist and narcissist. And where do y'all think Maurice fall in at?
Well, I don't think Martell's a narcissist.
And a narcissist also.
Dang.
I think Maurice is just a male show. I think he's a male chauvinist. He's all about like he's proven it. Like he's all about wanting
Let
her.
me get Mark on the line.
He wanted because he wanted Kimmy to give him sex while she was battling cancer. While she had cancer, like that's the worst of a male chauvinist. Like you expect your wife still to give you care to your knees while she's dying from cancer, while she was possibly dying from cancer, and even Mark agreed, like co-signing it and saying, yeah, I believe that she was a good wife doing that, satisfying her husband, even though she wasn't being satisfied because she was sick. You know what I'm saying? I think Maurice is the worst of
it was
the
just
male
like I was saying a few minutes ago. Like, she was still trying to work. He won't trying to wash no clothes. He won't trying to wash no dishes. He won't trying to make sure that the son had his homework done. You wanted her to turn over every time you wanted sex. Like,
I just called Mark, and he finna come up here.
Okay, come on, Mark. Come on up, honey. Come on, EsessionByEnicole. Ooh, honey. EsessionByEnicole. Scott, honey. Scott, honey.
Hold on.
Yes.
Let me send him the link.
But I just think, I think that right there is like the prime example of a male chauvinist. Like you don't get, like you think that she's still supposed to give you what you need, and she's sick. Like I was just disturbed about that. Like why would you expect her to still, she's on medicine. Like chemo is medicine. It affects their sexual appetite. Yes, he's a sex addict. I get it, but sir, that's why they have porn, lotion, towels in the room. Like do your big one. Like.
I mean, he's also admitted that his dad raised him like that. So I mean, I can only
all of them like that. All of them fucked up like that. Yeah,
some men who are raised like that do still prefer their wives to, do things like that because their main go-to is I married you and you said through sickness and health. I ain't mean when I'm dying, but damn, okay. But
that part, you see that part.
Like nigga, I don't get a break today. Today could have been
Shit.
we can come back tomorrow, but today.
There you go,
You
right?
like,
That
you like,
part.
yeah, you said through sickness and health. I'm like, but damn, what about my health?
There you go. But they want
Well,
they
my
nut though, so
question
I
would
don't
be,
care.
my
You know,
question
I
would
can see
be,
her
is
giving in
that
every now
something?
and then, but he was expecting sex every day.
Every day.
Who thinks too highly
So
of
it,
themselves with a motherfucking IE?
She's saying Maurice Scott.
Maurice thinks too highly of
was
himself.
he
Oh,
like this? Always been like this, or did he just progress
Yeah,
into
he been like
a
that.
monster?
Yeah, he
I
said
think
he was
I'm
working
sure there were
first he
tells.
became a lawyer. I think it became a little bit worse.
yeah, they said
Okay,
he
because
was
I'm
like that
like,
in like they said he was like that in college. Like he was really like out there in college having sex. Like he was really out there because he was younger and he is he likes sex, a sex addict. He's and there are people are like there are people in this world who like sex, and he
And
does.
he was busting down 6 at a time.
Maybe a day have orgies, honey, like full blown, like
So
getting it in,
boom,
honey.
question.
so
So
how
what's his
much? Oh,
name?
my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. I have a question though. So boom, what's his name? Any name Lewis, the one married the light skinned lady that was pregnant. I can't think of her name.
Yeah, Tiffany and Big
uh-huh.
Lou. Mm-hmm.
So do y'all think he married her basically because she was pretty or because they was compatible?
I'm
Uh,
Oh, either
Somebody
I'm
did
sorry.
have the answer
I thought I
ready.
still had the camera
This
off.
is weird to me. This is weird to me.
Remember that she had a surprise wedding, so he didn't even know he was getting married that day.
at all, honey. At the
Oh,
baseball
so he was,
field, honey.
so he was married. Yeah, he
Huh?
was doing a 90-day marriage challenge. Okay.
Baby,
Yeah.
yes.
First flight. Okay.
He thought he
I
was
thought I
going to
had
a
my
birthday
camera off.
party and
Okay,
it
the
was a
plot
surprise
thickens.
wedding.
Child. But Tiffany always
When we're
when
still talking about
Tiffany
the same two people, right?
no, Tiffany and Lewis, the couple that's no longer on the show.
Okay,
They
okay,
got
okay.
replaced with some new couple, huh? Some new couple. But
Look,
Tiffany always
Max said, how the hell?
child. But Tiffany
Let me
always
ask this. This is the perfect question. So, in that instance, is he settling? Because I feel like he has just had to say yes because he was on the camera.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked it because he didn't look like he was too much into that marriage. He was like he there
He
because
still don't.
because
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
I
he
got
getting
triggered.
checked with us
Okay.
at the end of the day. I'm here because I know this check gonna clear, but y'all do what y'all do. Whatever she say goes.
but I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah, baby. It's cool.
but I feel like in the Lewis and Tiffany situation, he didn't want a baby. She trapped him because he did not
Yeah.
want a child. Like he didn't want a baby. He told her he didn't want a baby, and then she ended up pregnant. So I feel like she trapped him into getting pregnant, and he was not happy about her being pregnant either. Like it was clear he
He
was
really
not
was.
excited, honey, about having another baby.
Look, Tay still talking about who y'all talking about. I'm
Tiffany and Lewis,
So
the one they were
hold on,
they left the
let me get it
show.
in the chat for you,
So we
Tay.
talking about everybody on the cast, basically. We talking about
Yeah,
the whole cast.
so Tiffany and Lewis, they won the cast last season. They left the show after the mid season because Tiffany was going to some postpartum
They had
depression
mid-season
issues.
because Tiffany was gonna get her ass whooped.
That because she didn't want no smoke. I know that's what really what it is. But of course, she said they had to make it sound like she was going through postpartum depression and she was going through mental stuff. But she didn't want to get dragged at the
Yes, girl,
reunion
it's a
with the
show.
girls.
It's called Love and Marriage
I
Huntsville.
mean, but
It
she
comes
had
on the own network.
already told us she was a
A
mental
bunch of
patient.
toxic
And
relationship.
let me add this on. She not only left because she was gonna get her ass beat. She left because her secret's was gonna be exposed. But I'm gonna leave that
Yeah,
there.
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. I was finna ask that because she kept saying it was something about her past that she didn't want out, and I'm trying to figure out like what you do. Like,
Enough
are
to
we
make her
on
need a
P
damn
Valley?
show.
Like,
I
are we
will
on
say
P Valley now?
stay tuned in the galaxy because one day may permit for us to share.
But
And I got
no,
to
that's
respect.
Anisha's friend. Not you gonna that's her good sis. Anisha, you gonna let her sister out like that?
I ain't got no ill will toward Tiffany. I don't.
Yeah, cause you support her business. You sent me the link to her thing. She
Well,
on
I do. Damn it.
wow. Well, Tiffany,
wow.
Tiffany, I ain't gonna smoke with you,
I
son.
just got to. What I will say, my mistake was I got a little bit too close to people on the show, so it's harder to be objective whenever you are on
Oh,
the show.
Good.
Not you got too close to people on the show. What?
Yes, I did.
Mm.
So it was harder to be objective, but I had to pull myself out of that dark hole, baby, because I'm like,
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
I
Wait a
ain't getting
minute.
no,
Wait a minute.
I
Wait,
ain't
wait,
getting
wait,
no
wait, wait,
2,500
wait,
episode.
wait.
Oh shit.
Hey, friend.
Speaking of
What up?
too close.
Whoa. We not too
Oh,
easy on the St. Patrick.
hey, friend.
What up?
Hey,
And
Mark.
What's up, Mark?
How
What
you
it do?
doing, boo?
introducing to y'all Mark, the motherfucking Scott. Okay.
We'll
Hello.
fuck around and find out what's good.
Oh, okay.
What
All
up,
right,
though?
EsessionByEnicole. Okay.
What up,
What's
though?
going on? Shade in the house. I didn't see you.
What's up, Mark?
You got it.
So we were talking about your brothers
Of course.
because we were just having like a discussion about like relationships and different things like that. And I said that I feel like these trigger words, I feel like they be used too much. So we were kind of talking about the Martell and Melody situation as far as like who settled, who had non-negotiables and things like that as far as communication. And so we got into the word narcissist, we got into the word what you say, male chauvinist.
Chauvinist, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, with you being so close to Martell, of course, Maurice and Marceau are your brothers. Where do you feel like they fall in? Because you can give some context as to like how y'all was raised, and is what is portrayed on the camera, is that really them, or does the camera make them look worse than they really are?
So
Huh?
when it comes to male relationships, I think it's more traditional when you look at Maurice and Marceau. They believe in roles. They believe I go get the bread and you cook it. When it comes to Martell, I think Martell was more of a settle Martell and Melody because they had an Ariane two-parent household.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have an Ariane two-parent household, then it's difficult to understand it. But we grew up with our mom and dad, I mean, until they got divorced. But even after they got divorced, they co-parented. They was still, it's not you get to do something and mommy and daddy won't be there. You're not gonna do this and then you're out here. So I think they saw a structure that worked for their relationship. It doesn't work for, you know, so for Maurice is being as traditional as Marceau, Kimmy was more established in what she wanted. She already had her kid. It was a wrap. Maurice was divorced. So the things that he wanted in his structure had already, been set forth. Well, Marceau was building from scratch with Tisha and they built theirs together. So it's a little more guided, like, okay, where do we set this rule? And I think for a marriage, Marshall's been married almost 17 years now. So if you've been married that long, he's setting rules that, a lot of these women have been that are triggered have only been girlfriends for, 9 years. That, they've only been in a relationship to a limit. So to say, "Oh, I wouldn't do that," and that's how you become a wife. That's the reason why you're not married. You got to do that.
Let me be messy.
So you're looking at it, you feel like it's more so tradition, less chauvinist.
They have Maurice has both of them have daughters, and so it's not a chauvinist. It's a okay, this is what I believe. So Marcel will do this thing, or if you go on some of his things, he will say, you know, he's talking to his kid and he says, both of us have been 7, or both of us have been your age. One of us is my age. And so he's looking at it from a point of wisdom. And it sounds like I don't want my daughter or my wife out doing certain things. It sounds chauvinist, but why do I get a wife if I don't tell her that? If I'm the husband and I am here to protect and guide and lead, why do I have this role if I can't do that?
Okay, but you protect God and lead, but do you see how that could be looked at as a form of control, like controlling this when you saying that He
It is
has
absolutely a form of
bullshit.
control.
Okay.
But
So
here's
you basically saying it's levels to control.
no, there's only one. So here's a question, and this is the thing, and I'm gonna step outside of marriage, and I'm gonna use the system. There was a basketball player who went to another country, and we couldn't control what happened to her because she stepped out of that bounds. So control, if you wear your seatbelt while you driving and you get into an accident, it's supposed to control your trajectory, your outcome. So the thing is, I think when we hear control, we hear the abusive part of control. We don't hear the protective part of control. We don't get the part of control that if you are in my house, you are going to follow my rules. And so I think the part of us that want to be independent and don't want to, go to work when we want to go to work and do all of this, you are somebody's in control of you all the time. So I think it's the
reciprocated though. Is it on both ends?
Yeah, because you're going to go out and you're going to do the things that make sure I'm controlled.
No, she's talking about in their situation.
From a woman's point,
her like he wants her to listen to him.
And I think one of the things that y'all don't see is the reason why she's there is because he's listening. The reason why she can do that is we are not getting what we want from him. She is. She's getting what she wants from him. She wants a man to be there. She wants a man to get her nice things. She wants a man. We want him to hold her hand.
Hold on, Mark. Hey, Auntie Fee. If y'all not are subscribed to Auntie Fee about them facts, what the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all know y'all need to be subscribed. And while I'm saying this with my shameless plug of support, make sure y'all are subscribed to Mark as well. Mark, just tell them where to follow you real quick and then get back into what you were saying.
Back to hell. No, you can follow me.
Damn, not demon time.
Oh my damn.
Don't tempt Mark because y'all know he will go there.
IG Brown Roots. We about to kick off another season. We took a break because y'all hell when it comes to follow. Y'all will follow for 2 days and be gone. So if you follow, even when you don't agree with it, and that's part of like the problem.
Listen, I was about to say I was gonna wait till he stopped talking, but I want to publicly apologize to my friend Mark for dropping my end of the ball. Okay.
Oh,
it's all. I think we get busy, and I think that a real friendship is the ability to say my friend is busy or my friend is doing something, but that's still my friend, and I disagree with my friend. That's still my friend, and I think that's the problem. What we want is we want Maurice, Marcel, and Martell, and Melody, and Kimmy, and Tisha to be us in that relationship. And if you look from and this is I think where people come at millimeters and come at different people's like, look at it with a critical eye. He don't have to do what you want him to do in order for him. Marcel and Tisha are still married. And while they're still married, you're like, but he didn't answer the question. He didn't answer the question for you guys. She's had the answer, and that's why she's still married. So the problem is like you got to look at the story without hearing all the key grip and who's behind the story to give you that information.
That's why I called you. You know how to get you on this.
Have they always been faithful?
She's gonna go straight to the
I'm not they did. I wouldn't know that. I mean,
I said to your knowledge.
They're still married.
That don't mean they ain't being not being faithful.
It's faithful enough to stay married.
Ooh. Show this here real quick. Ooh.
I mean, you can. What else? I mean, that's what I'm saying is.
But that's kind of like what we was talking about, because the reason why I called you is because, like, I know you good friends with Martell, and I feel like I always get beat up on because I see other sides to Martell where I feel like a lot of people just really, really hate him based on the things that she says, right? But I like to just look at all the variables, and I do play devil's advocate a lot. I feel like in that instance, yes, he was wrong for cheating. However, she knew he was cheating for a long period of time, stayed, and had another baby. You know what I'm saying? So when you forgive somebody and you move on, it's not fair to keep throwing that shit in their face. It's not fair to use that when it's time on Mad Day. Like,
And
if you really forgave
not
them and you
fair.
moved on, then move the fuck on.
I think the problem that's not fair, and this is where I
I
wish
agree, Ebony, with a
we could just get this. Being faithfully unfaithful emotional is
Right.
the same as being unfaithful physical. And
Mhm.
when you start, if you are no longer respecting my authority in the house, are you not cheating on me? Will you no longer come to me for the guide and the different things? You are now stepping outside of what the marriage is. So the problem is that we don't look and say, oh, we look at the where the rain dropped. We don't look at where the rain started. And if you look at both pieces
Wait
of
a
it,
minute, what?
so in order to have in order to have toxic rain, let's just say toxic rain, you have to have toxic stuff in the air. You have to have around a lot of factories, they have acidic rain, and that's because the pollution in the air is already toxic. So when it rains, you get toxic rain. So we gonna just blame the rain, but not blame the company for putting the toxics out there. You got a woman. Martell said it. Melody is doing this now. Melody is being more freaky. She's being more open. She's showing more stuff. When Martell got together the first season, go back and watch it. He said, I wanted her to talk dirty to me. She didn't want to talk dirty to her. Look at
But did he tell her that?
Yeah, he says it. He says it in the first season.
He did say it in the first season.
And then if you go look back in the last season, Melody said he wasn't talking to me freaky. Wait a second, hold up.
Wait, that's what I was about to say.
Because the thing is, Melody wasn't listening. She wanted this image. I ain't got to do all of that to be your prize. And I think that's one of the things that once you get in, what you did to get the relationship.
Wait a minute, Ebony with a motherfucking IE, and you got to say her name like that when you say her name, okay? Ebony with a motherfucking IE said, was she talking like that when they met?
No, but if that's what I need as a man, if my relation, if we are growing and evolving together,
what I need as a man.
Except for here's the thing: if she's providing as the husband, when do I get to raise my hand and say, "And I need this back"? When is reciprocity ever a thing?
That's true, Anissa.
It's like
I agree with that though.
It's always whenever I hear you talk, it's always, well, Maurice need this, I need this, Marceau need this.
Because the women are also saying
needs equal type things.
But I feel like because I said this earlier in today's whatever you want to call this. Earlier, I'm gonna just say that. Earlier, I said I feel like a lot of women operate in the fact like men don't have feelings, men don't have needs. I feel like a lot of women are in relationships to service themselves. I don't feel like I know you personally, so I know you don't operate like that. We know I don't operate like that. Scope in, we don't have to hear what you think. Shut up. I feel like a lot of women out here, they operate in self-serving positions. Absolutely. I feel like I don't hear them talking about my man want me to do this. My man said he need this. You want to keep your camera on, Sunkiss? I feel like a lot of women are out here acting and feeling, because that's where females operate from, their feelings. They don't act like men have feelings. Men don't have emotions. Men don't have needs, and they absolutely do. And if you don't service those, they're leaving or they're going to cheat.
And it's more than just. I think it's more than just not listening.
You know you got your camera on.
Oh, we can see the eclipse. Okay.
You talking about the eclipse?
Time camera. One of the things that I think that is happening is when we listen to it now in red pill, blue pill, soft era, all of this stuff. And the problem is this: if a man is saying, "I want you barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen," then he's telling you what he needs. When you say, "I don't want to do that, I want to be a corporate woman," okay, just know that now he's looking for someone to be barefoot and pregnant. And so
Right.
the problem is it's there. That's when I think the compromise comes in. Is like, do you really need her barefoot and pregnant? Do you need, is it absolute? And so I think the thing is the evolution of the relationship is he met her, they were wholesome Christian people, and now after you've been eating the same yogurt for the last 4 years, I want you to put some pineapples in it. I don't like pineapples. It don't matter. I need pineapples. I want some pineapples. Pineapples. Make it what I need, because that's your job. That's what you sign up for when you get married. I promise to do whatever you want till the last day of my breath. And now you're
Okay, hold on.
As long as it go both ways, I ain't got a problem with it.
And
okay, hold on. Ebony with the motherfucker IE said, yeah, but if I don't have that in me to do and I've never done it, then let's find out something else that's in the middle. What you think? What y'all think about that? All of y'all.
Compromise.
Let me start with Arnisi and then I'm gonna go around.
Important.
You said what, Arnisi?
I said compromise is very important in a relationship. That's one thing that I wasn't good at in my first marriage that I became better at my second marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So your first marriage, it was all about you.
Marriage, I won't compromise a shit.
Okay, so it's all about. So you were a female chauvinist. So you were all about you.
I was the.
But is that chauvinistic though?
Narcissistic chauvinistic.
Listen.
I'm finna look up chauvinistic.
Breadwinner. I did everything in the household as far as bills. I did all of that. So I didn't respect him enough to give him that leeway.
See, that's not what chauvinistic mean. Chauvinistic is an attitude of superiority toward members of the opposite sex. So
I used it correctly earlier when I described what we were talking about earlier. That's why I said what I said earlier.
But being selfish is not thinking you better than somebody. That's two different things.
No, you think that you are more important than the other person. That's selfish. Your needs come first.
Right. But this is towards the opposite sex, period.
I was like that in my first marriage. I didn't give a damn
so
how he felt, where he went, whatever. But I corrected that in this marriage.
Wow. Ebony with the mother. I mean,
yes, you hear him, Ebony. Okay, this is a treat. Okay,
that is so unfair to say that leave before you cheat. How about just don't?
Hey, let me read what she said. They need to leave instead of being a cheater. Emotionally cheating isn't going to bring you a STD or a baby. Both are wrong, but one is unsafe. People need to be mature and honest.
Yeah, both are unsafe.
Well, okay, so time out. Let's put a timeout on Ebony's comment. I'm gonna leave it there. But Sunkiss, can you answer the question that they just answered? Because I forgot it, but if they remember it, we're supposed to be going around.
You're supposed to be the responsible one and remind me what the question was. I got involved. I was like,
okay. This is after the smoke. We don't know what's gonna happen. I am not. This is the unbuttoned EsessionByEnicole on After the Smoke. Okay, I am not being a professional right now. I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, I remember. It was about meeting in the middle or something like that.
Compromising.
Am I close? Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
No, that wasn't the actual question.
That wasn't the actual question.
Look.
That's what we was expounding upon. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what I had said though?
I don't remember.
I thought it was. The question was based off of a comment, but I might be lying just to be able to hang out.
I don't remember. We terrible, but it's good. It's Friday. Go ahead.
Hey. My favorite color is green. Now playing. So
I'm a Gemini.
Let's go. Right.
Okay, since nobody remembers, speak on this comment then.
Okay. Read it again because it's hard to see on my phone.
Okay, they said they need to leave instead of being a cheater. Emotionally cheating isn't going to bring you an STD or a baby. Both are wrong, but one is unsafe. People need to be mature and honest.
Definitely, but I feel like they're both unsafe because one leads to the other. Like it's a gateway. So
Not a
I
gateway.
mean, it's a physical act when you cheat with your body, obviously, but when somebody's able to, connect with you emotionally on that level, that that carries a lot of weight too, and then that could bring on attraction, and then you end up cheating. I mean, I know that people do one without the other, or they do both, but it's kind of like, yeah, if you're not happy, then first of all, if you're not happy, no one can make you that. Let's start there. But if you're not satisfied in the connection or the union that you're in, and you're not willing to, like I was saying before, work on it versus fight and
Mm-hmm.
meet people in the middle or compromise, then what are y'all doing? It seems it will be like the people are living for others as opposed to for what their needs are.
Mm-hmm. Tay said, "Do whatever the fuck you want."
Oh, okay.
So in the
Oh,
spirit of that
okay
question,
then.
I think the
Again, subscribe to Tay Eats. Okay, yeah.
I think there's a problem with the question, because
Oh,
it almost gives a pass to say, let me do this, and you cannot respond the way you want. And I think that's where we get the neglecting our mate. For years it's been happy wife, happy life, and not happy
yeah.
spouse, happy house. And so with
Yep.
that being said, it's like, as long as I don't uh do this to you, you can't do that. The problem is this: women, I think a lot of women are uneducated, because the fact that you say these disrespectful words are equal to a man hitting you in the face with a closed fist. So when you say,
Damn.
okay, here's the thing: women fight with their words, men fight with their
Oh,
fists.
I get what you're saying, because we just heard the
Yeah.
closed fist and hit and all
Right.
that. But I get what you're saying,
Yeah,
because a
we
lot
all
of people
blacked out.
The
say
gun was taken
sticks
in
and stones
already.
may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is the falsest statement
The
that they
words
ever
are worse.
put.
Shit, they
Yeah,
hurt
that
worse.
just
Words,
rhymes.
words
That's not a thing.
fucking
So
hurt.
you're married, and your wife says, "Nigga, that you ain't shit. That's why I should have been with such and such." Now,
Yeah.
where do you get your emotional support? I'm only with you for the check. Why? That's emotional cheating. That's emotional.
And that's what I
abuse.
said
Why
earlier,
not
as far
step
as
out?
women not understanding that men have emotions, men have needs, men have feelings. I feel like a lot of women feel like they shit don't stink and they can just do whatever to these men and they just supposed to stay. And listen to what Auntie Fee about them facts say, because she about them facts, okay? And she said, women want to be equal to a man until a man requires them to respect a man's emotional requirements. We often want to tell a man how to feel and think. And that's absolutely correct. I feel like it's a lot of women in relationships who feel like this man is lucky to be with me, for one. He should accept anything that I throw at him and deal with it because I'm fucking him. That's not the case. Just like we are the prize, the correct man is the prize too. And I just don't like how we
Absolutely.
don't view it like that.
On my IG page, some of y'all follow me, on my IG page, I get ridiculed for having my own opinion. What you doing in women's business? Ma'am, I know you don't know that there's 3 guys up there that I just so I just got to ignore the whole thing.
And which 2 of them are your blood relatives?
Blood relatives, but I'm in women's business because I see what's going on. Oh, how you gonna speak on Melody? I know her. If when EsessionByEnicole goes on TV and y'all say, hey, what was EsessionByEnicole like? Oh, she the same. That's her. That's how she was. If she switches up on TV, guess what I'm gonna be on my IG page saying? No, that ain't her. That she phony.
You ain't got to worry about that.
But I'm saying that is the foundation of being able to speak on somebody.
I feel like a lot of people fail to even realize that too. Like, these are your brothers. So, okay, let me take it a step further. And this is asinine to me. People look at reality TV and just take it for what they see, not realizing these are edited scenes, not realizing they're talking about what they're showing you, not realizing that scenes are clipped out to fit the time square that they're being
The
shown.
narrative.
Like, Yeah, the narratives that they push. But these are your brothers. You actually know these people. So when you speak on it, they really should be like, does this have a valid space in my opinion? Instead of just being like, why are you in women's business? Because at this point, if you put it on the internet, it's everybody's fucking business.
And
Like
women do this. The legitimate quad does this. When we're having a discussion and you no longer like what I'm saying, you retreat to the card that's going to get you out of it. Oh, you women don't need to. That's what Nell and Mel were talking about. Nell and Martell were talking about. Why does he talk to women like this? People love to jump into their gender.
Who were they speaking about when they asked that question?
They were talking. I think they were on an interview or something. They said I would talk to any woman like that who disrespects me. And the thing is, when we match energies, when men matches energy, their gender becomes a card. And we do it too. When men, oh, you shouldn't talk to men like that. No, bro, you shouldn't give her that.
Who said that?
I did.
Oh, you came in strong with that one.
That's true because when a man matches,
let somebody else
because when a man matches the energy of a woman, when a woman's being disrespectful, they play the male card. Oh, that's a man. A man should never yell or never be boisterous or never match the energy of a woman disrespecting him. But that's not fair because if you disrespect me, I don't care if you're a woman or not. I'm going to give you what you give me.
Grandma. Let me ask y'all a question because y'all are at this point. Fan says, so a man's needs is more important than making sure your woman's needs is met in order for her to cater to you in the proper fashion. That's a question. What do the men on the panel think?
I think sometimes the problem is this. This is a fluid chart. This is a fluid chart. When sometimes my needs are sometimes my needs are more important than yours. Sometimes yours are needs are more important than mine. And I think the problem is you got to know as you grow with your wife, some days hey, she need a hug when she come home. And her needs is more than you telling her you want dinner. Some days he had a hard day and to just get on your knees and take care of him. I think it just you got to just know she ain't fussing at me. She need her back beat out. So you got to
Speaking of that, I wanted to get my back beat out tonight, and I just hear my man down there. Let's
go.
I never heard that terminology. I feel like I'm gonna make that into a song. What you say? Beat your back? What you say?
Yeah, get your back beat out. You ain't never heard that?
No, I've heard it in different ways. The mark. I heard it being blunt. Yeah.
I've heard it.
I feel like that's a nice little hook right there, Mark. I'm gonna have to put you on the publish and get you a little 2% out of that.
Right. I'm just saying. The thing is, you sometimes you are talking to your woman and you realize men don't understand it. She just miss you on the phone. She ain't calling to fuss at you. She miss you. It takes.
But I feel like in them instances. Stop the bullshit. Just say you missed me. Why we gotta argue because you missed me?
That's
because some people don't know how to communicate.
And that
effective.
Doesn't know how to communicate more often. Men are simple creatures. Men are very simple.
And they much rather hear I miss you, right?
Why you over there? How come you ain't home yet? Don't you remember it? And like, what is all what's the fucking fussing for?
Like, just say you missed me,
bitch. Don't a man want to hear all that nagging and shit. That's
right. Don't nobody want no nag.
No nagging, none of that shit.
But you can respond. There is a response being an honest person, and there is a response being a liar. It is what it is. But let's not make an excuse for being a liar.
Who do we know lying? That's the other point. I think there's another part in communication. Women speak from what they know or what they believe they know, and men are speaking if they don't know. So I'm gonna give you an example.
Wait a minute, what?
A man says, "What's for dinner?" He doesn't know what the hell is in the kitchen. He doesn't know what food we have. A woman says what's for
That
dinner.
part, Auntie
She
Fee.
knows
Auntie
there's
Fee,
chicken in
everything
the
is about
house. She knows
balance.
there's tuna. She knows she had
That's true.
spaghetti for lunch. And so she says what's for dinner. She's speaking of a place that she knows. So the
Mhm.
information
Okay.
comes. So it's not him being, when you say, where were you? You have an idea where you think he was. And that's not what you should, how you're asking it. It should be a, hey, I believe I saw your car at such and such's house. Were you there? Because now you're like, no, that wasn't me. I let Ray borrow my car. Oh, you lying. That was you. Da-da-da. So I think the problem with the communication of being a liar or doing it is that we're not being authentic in our questioning. We're not being.
I can definitely agree with that. I feel like what you said. Like I feel like, and I'm not gonna make this gender right because it could be coming from a man or a woman. But I do agree with you as far as like I feel like people jump into things emotionally instead of just saying that. You know what I'm saying? I saw your car, such and such a place. What's up? You know, I spoke to you at this time and you said this, but this is what I saw. Instead of I'm calling the girlfriends, girl, I saw his car such and such a place. I'm about to just act like everything normal and see if he tell me when you can just ask. Like I feel like people be making a mountain out of a fucking
But
molehill.
You ain't
it's
a whole lot of women in your business with your relationship.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a whole separate problem. I just added on a whole new problem.
but it is about the delivery. It's how you deliver it. Because you could ask like Mark says, it's about how you ask the question. If you come off confrontational or like the police, and you want to, and you coming in that and from that place, then then the reaction is going to be negative. It's going to be a clash because
They're
you're
going to
coming
be in
like
defensive
like a
mode.
detective. Where you at? You know, like that's it's coming out very confrontational. And
I notice with women, my bad, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I notice with not all, of course, I don't speak in alls and every but in a lot of cases, women talk at men and men don't necessarily want to talk because we're, you know what I'm saying, we're coming at them as opposed to like the question. Ask the question, okay, so where were you or what happened or, you know, how come you didn't communicate this? I mean, there's different levels to it depending on the dynamic of the relationship in that time and if there's been like past hurts or unhealed things, you know, because usually if something happened in the past that, you know, there was some deception, then without that at least trying to heal or change things, you're gonna always have that in the back of your head thinking, okay, yeah, you lying now, so I don't trust what you're saying, I'm just trying to see if I can catch you in a lie. So it'd be like like the intention in the conversation.
Mark obviously agrees with Auntie Fee about the facts, and Auntie Fee agrees with me, which is no. Women speak on how we feel.
It is psychologically
most of the time that's where we come from, how we feel.
I speak on how
right.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
I meant
Sometimes,
delivery.
depending on the King of Shade, I feel like it's the problem sometimes, but it's depending on the woman you're talking to. We are emotional, but men are emotional too. So I feel like
no, not when it's compared to a woman. Women are y'all are emotional
men
by
are
nature.
emotional too.
Men are not emotional by nature. We're not emotional.
Men are emotional by
men
nature.
are emotional too.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm not an emotional man.
You deal with your emotions in a different way. You deal with your emotions in a different way.
When I think of emotion, I'm thinking of crying. Like I don't cry. That's emotion. That's to me. That's an emotion.
Not the only emotion.
That's emotional. That's in my process.
I cry whenever I'm mad, sad, hungry.
Yeah.
You know,
if I cry, get the fuck away from me because I'm about to take somebody's head off.
It's the difference in how you. So let's say this, because I think one of the things when we get here is
I love this interaction though.
We disagree with the feeling versus emotion. We're all emotional. How I feel, how I display it is where we differ. And that's when you say men are not emotional, all the men in jail are there right now for emotions. Most of the people
emotions,
because
jealousy. I would say emotion. I would say emotion put them there.
No, you didn't. An emotion made a decision And so you acted on how you act on that emotion is how you feel, or how you feel is how you act on that emotion. Which way you want to interchange the word. What I'm saying is, a man disrespects you take his life. That's out of emotion. That wasn't worth 15 years. She had a family and you laid down without a condom. That wasn't worth 18 years of child support.
Exactly.
Those
So
are
fucking
emotions.
her was an emotion. There was an emotional response.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me get some. Hold on, y'all. Time out. Let me get some clarification to Mark's question. Hold on, wait, hold on. Let me get some clarification from Mark, because I think that we read Ebony with a motherfucking IE comment out of place. So this is her clarification to you, Mark. She said, "No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm talking about. If you say you are going out with the homies, but you're really sexing a girl, you're a liar." So she was speaking on cheating when she was talking about being a liar. Go ahead. I just wanted to clarify that.
I was just saying that one of the most dangerous weapons on this planet is a human emotion. Most people are in jail behind an emotion, just like this girl just killed her boyfriend's other woman. You gonna take her out, so meantime, while you in jail and she dead, he gonna be with somebody else. Like, it makes sense, but people don't always think with sense whenever they're feeling emotion. You get what I'm saying?
Just like the man that shot the girl because she was with the new man. That girl, she was stacked, had a nice body. She decided to go get another man. She had already ended things with him, and he was mad because they were happy, posting on social media, and he killed her and left her kids motherless. Brunch with T says, "I agree that men are simple. Some women need to listen to what the men are saying instead of being in our feelings. When we communicate with them, just listen to their words."
So there's a psychological thing that says this.
And she is the owner of the Love Palace, so she knows what she's talking about.
Men say how they feel, what they mean, and women think it's what they feel. Women say what they feel, and men think it's what they mean. And so the problem is, when she says, "I don't want to see you again," she is saying, "You made me angry right now." But those words mean you never want to see me again.
Right.
And so the problem, or I'm gonna say this, and this is not to hurt anybody or to give permission to be aggressive.
Go ahead, say
a
what
lot
you
of
gotta
times
say.
women have laid in the bed and said no, and really meant put a little bit more work in and you can get it.
Who is that fumbling around?
That is not me.
It's a huge problem.
Everything.
You know, a man has said something to you, and you be like, "There's a dude that you say can't no to," and by the end of the night, "Yeah, you can have my number." So the problem is no means no until no means yes, and then when no means yes, then no means no.
No means motherfucking no.
No, it does not.
It don't always mean no, though.
That's what
it do mean no.
No means no. But that's the point he's making. If you don't really mean no, then bitch don't say no, because no does mean no. So then when you say no and then he'd roll over and go to sleep and you mad because you didn't get fucked, then why the fuck did you say no?
But women do get the hard to get.
Turn down a hard.
Hold on, wait, because I think Auntie F's comment is very much so at a pertinent time, because she said it's a huge problem if the mindset is unbalanced.
Facts. When you meet a guy and you talking to him, or you meet a girl and you talking like, "Oh, do you like this? Do you like to have sex?" You don't want to talk about sex right now. You want to get to know the dude. And so when he asks you, no, now you know you want to be choked out, hair pulled, all of this stuff, but you're saying no right now.
But it's a tactic, like playing hard to get. That's
right. That's what I'm saying. Come on now, y'all. We done all said it. I done said to a girl, and then I knew I was going. You want to have sex? No. I lay in the bed just over here crying, hoping she do something, and I'm not gonna stop her. But I done already said no. So the difference is this: and y'all done already heard it. I got to
So
see
y'all be playing them games too.
right.
That's
And I
what we
gotta
just
see
want
it
to know. We want to
through.
know it's equal bullshit across the board.
Absolutely. But if you don't, but more men
I
are
don't
willing to
know
follow through.
this thing.
You,
I don't.
Nisi, you might just have matured.
What
to
you say,
your-
Nisi?
I don't understand that.
What?
I just don't like.
You don't understand what?
Stuff. Like I don't understand that. You're actually sitting here telling me that we laying in the same bed together and you gonna say no, I don't want to have sex, and then be mad that he ain't push up on you?
Absolutely. I know girls.
I don't understand that. That's why I don't.
I've heard stories of females that have done that, like basically trying to play hard to get, but you with a man who really respects women. So you playing hard to get got you that he's just gonna go to sleep and move on to the next day when really you did want it, but you was playing hard to get, so you didn't get.
You ever heard a girl break up with a guy and then they break up and say, "Oh, you didn't fight for me. You broke up."
Because it's like a reverse psychology. They try to try to do that, but it doesn't work because the man or woman don't get that this is a reverse psychology that they really mean. Yes, they don't catch on to it. Because I mean, you tell me no, I'm taking it literal. You mean no?
So, like people who tell you that they need space and then they give you space and they be like, "But you didn't check on me.
You didn't call me.
You needed space."
Hello, Melody, when she said,
"If I tell you I need space, give me some fucking space." Because then I'm gonna say, "Didn't I tell your motherfucking ass not to call me for a little bit?"
Right. Think about what Melody said at the end of that season. Oh, I like to unwind, and then she gets mad at Stormy for not calling her.
That part. Auntie P says
and
that
the girl didn't have
women will say no to make a man chase them. Okay.
Right.
Auntie P no, because she about them facts.
Playing hard to get. That's
I like my little commercials now. If y'all not subscribed to Auntie P,
I do not know that life.
And that to me, that's the main thing.
But you been married for almost a century on this, so you know you
don't do my aunt like that.
Don't do me. Don't do me.
The first word in that phrase, though, the first word in that phrase is playing. You're playing hard to get. Don't play games, and then if you're straightforward, you
prizes.
Yeah. I mean,
what you say, son kids? Hi.
Hi.
Right.
Wait, Ebony with a motherfucking IE says, "I say what I mean and I mean what I say. Don't speak in haste. I don't speak in haste anymore. I've learned to be clear in my 41 years." Like, you're 41, girl. You look good, girl. You look good. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back.
Let's go.
You and Nicole the same age. Oh, come on, girl.
No, the fuck we're not. But Ebony with an IE is another E, and black don't crack until it crumbles. Okay, and she looks good. Okay. Anyway, I've learned to be clear in my 41 years of life. You have to be confident and comfortable with having difficult conversations. And that's what I feel like is the problem with a lot of these little girls that are by age should be women. They don't know how to communicate. And men don't either. Like, not all men.
Rejection.
Yeah, I feel like we all need to work on our communication, because when misunderstandings happen, hey, antisocial, if y'all not subscribed to antisocial, get over there. What the fuck are y'all doing? But I feel like a lot of these misunderstandings, a lot of these fights, a lot of these breakups, a lot of what we talked about earlier, which is people who are in prison and locked up and different things like that. Most of these things be over the smallest misunderstandings. The smallest misunderstandings where if communication was correct, it could have stopped a whole bunch of shit. Like, how many of y'all have seen fights, shootings, murders based off, oh, well, I thought he was saying this, when that's not even what the person was saying. I thought he was threatening me, but that's not even what he was saying. That's not even what she was saying. So I feel like communication is the catalyst for so many problems, because people don't know how to communicate, especially when you're having a difficult conversation. Like, and that's where time comes in. And that's why earlier I said, now where I'm at in life, I would much rather fight for a friendship than fight for a relationship that I know is going nowhere. If I know I'm with a deadbeat ass, fucked up ass dude, and I've realized, oh, he's just not for me, I would rather fight for my friendships. Like how Mark just came in, I apologized to him for something. He forget. Me and Mark gonna always be friends. I feel like he's a friend that we can go through hell and high water, and we still gonna be friends. But why? Because we communicate. Either he tells me, you hurt my feelings when you did such and such and so and so. Or I tell him, I didn't really like how you came at me and said this, and then he explains to me what he meant. Like all relationships require communication, whether it be friends, mother and child, father and child, cousins, co-workers. All relationships require communication, and rarely do motherfuckers efficiently communicate.
Yeah, we know Nicole communicate, honey, because
I'm a communicator.
A lot of people don't know how, and they think they do. They think just because they're having a conversation with someone, they think that they are communicating when there's levels to it. Like there's effective communication, like there's the whole being quiet and actually listening to what the person is saying or how you're speaking to the person, not you did this versus I felt like this when this was done, because a person may not even know that they're doing something to you, but they may take offense because you're accusing them, if that makes sense. So it's like,
it's not what you say, it's how you say
yeah,
it.
it's the way you communicate with a person. And like with me personally, I learned, and I will throw the disclaimer, I don't have heated conversations. Like if I'm in a situation with someone and it's heated, I'm gonna bend the block. And you know what I mean? Then we come back when all emotions are, settled, and we are actually communicating versus reacting. Because when you're in your heated conversation, you might, throw a couple of, put downs or whatever in there just because you're angry. However, you're not getting your point across because you're too busy trying to ridicule, or not ridicule, but have this person feel, what I'm saying, your wrath or whatnot. So it's like with me, I don't have heated conversations. I'd rather everybody be, on a common ground so that it can be, a successful conversation, a back and forth, where I'm listening, they're listening, we're taking in each other, whatever the situation is, and that we've actually understood. And then I think too, what I've learned is that sometimes throughout you have to check in and be like, okay, so this is what you're saying, right? This is what I'm getting from what you just said. Are we on the same page? Because I learned that like I would say things to certain people, but it was because of how I was saying it, it wasn't connecting. And so I held it against them and thought that they were doing it purposely. Like, okay, you're just not, giving me validation in what I'm saying. And it's like, no, I needed to reword it. But because our communication skills were trash, that person couldn't tell me, like, rephrase it, or I don't know what you're trying to tell me, or you know what I mean? So yeah, communication is one thing, but knowing that how to have effective communication changes everything.
now Mark said we argue over the 5% we disagree with rather than understanding 95% we do agree with. Interesting perspective.
Well, I agree with that, because most of the time, all you hear when it comes to these different podcasts, these conversations, everybody's talking about all the shit they don't like, but nobody's talking about the shit they like. Nobody's talking about the good things in people. They always talking about, I don't like when motherfuckers do that. What do you like, motherfucker? Because from what I hear, you don't like shit. So why the fuck would a motherfucker be around you? You don't like shit.
That's true.
It's funny that when we say communication means we do perfect communication when we watch movies or listen to music. We listen to that whole person's point, listen to that whole song, cry, do all of this. But when we're talking to somebody, you gotta get to the credits. You gotta get to the credits. And a lot of times when people say, let me land my plane, you don't go up in the front of that cockpit and say shit to that pilot while he in the air. You don't tell him a bad job. You don't do nothing. You wait till he land that plane, and then you say, well, you know, that turbulence was something different. A lot of us want to fly the fucking plane. Let the motherfucker fly the plane and then talk to him. We don't. Listening is a form of putting yourself in the story from that person's perspective and then saying, wow, I could see that. If you look at the husbands on this TV show and you say, man, I could see how you would want to lead. You want to be successful. You don't want to end up divorced with 3 kids and paying child support. You don't want to be on your second marriage as Maurice. You don't want to be divorced like Martell. You don't want this. And so a part of it is we don't listen to that. Say, man, I would do whatever it took for my kids not to have to be divorced. I would do whatever it took. If I got to control my wife, if I got to look chauvinistic, at the same time, if you one of these women, I will do whatever. This man, they gave me 3 kids. Ain't no way. Ring the alarm. Ring the alarm. I'll be damned if I see another on your arm.
Why he went to Beyonce?
Because that's what I would do if I was Tisha and Marshall got 3 kids with me.
But Auntie V said it's best. Auntie V is coming through with the comments right on time, and I know I'm late, so everything happens with divine purpose. She said, honest, respectful communication is the only effective communication, and that's facts right there.
Sometimes respect is disrespectful.
I mean, it's all subjective, but at the same time, it goes into like what you're saying right now, which is what I was saying as far as like people looking at these reality shows, right? They look at the reality shows. Let's put reality shows to the side for a second. Let's just speak on individuals, right? Because you brought up music and stuff like that. Us as a people, I feel like, and y'all can correct me if y'all wrong, if y'all feel like I'm wrong or disagree. Everybody goes into something with their mindset, what they would do, what they think. So if you're watching something or you're listening to something, you're going to go into it. That's not what I would do. That's not what I would say. That's not what I will wear. However, if it works for those people that you are watching, you're cool to have your opinion, but that doesn't move or shake their reality because they're obviously okay with it.
Right. Lizzo can dress the way Lizzo wants to because it worked. It's her part of her niche. For us to shame Lizzo, or now everybody don't need to be Lizzo.
You can come back up if you want to.
But at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I think the problem is we have become so indoctrinated with our opinion should matter and we the people, you need to listen
Wait
to
a
us.
minute, because I didn't see this shit. Hold on, I got to cut you out.
Go ahead.
What y'all think about what the fuck Mark said? Because I didn't see that. He said tone policing is another way to be dismissive in the conversation. What y'all think about that?
Well, you know, tone is everything. And you know, we've even had some problems in tone being misread in text messages. You get what I'm saying?
They the words.
I think that's different, Anisi, because like, okay, I get what you're saying. I'm gonna go back to
different.
No, because I'm gonna go back to that because I feel like what he's saying is like, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because this is your comment, Mark. I feel like I've done it before. So I feel like if you feel like somebody's tone is wrong, but they're saying some shit you need to hear, you'll be like, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to. You're not finna talk to me like that. And
it's not the delivery. It's right, the delivery. It's the delivery.
The delivery is a way of being dismissive.
But you have to deliver for them. Deliver it in a way where they can receive it. So, it's the way you deliver. If you say you say it with a fucked up tone, you're not gonna receive it.
Okay, so you right, motherfucker. I got $1 million. I want to give your bitch ass.
And I'm gonna say, okay, I need you to repeat.
Like,
what?
My checking account number is 543.
Right, look at me.
Guess what we just dismissed right then. Guess what we just dismissed.
But let me go back to what Anisi said. Let me go back to what Anisi said. I agree with her too. Some conversations should not be had over text.
No conversation should be.
Fuck this. Why you eating your chips? Mute yourself.
I'm not eating nothing, girl.
Text is the worst. That's the worst thing. I get in trouble with text.
Yeah,
text
but I agree with Anisi. Some conversations, like important conversations, should not be had through text.
Like your commenting on social media is a problem.
Tone is not nothing.
What energy you're having.
Yeah, because you gonna read the messages in the mood you're in.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Tone. The truth is, we put tone in stuff because we don't either want to receive it. We don't know how to handle it. We don't know how to process it. Tone is what you make it.
Okay, Sun Kids coming from the chat.
I'm just saying
No, I'm listening to you, Mark. Hey, Meadowbrook, if y'all not subscribed to Meadowbrook Montreal Make It Make Sense podcast, make sure y'all subscribe to my bro Montreal. Okay, go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just
how I deal with my shameless
we
plug.
just gotta for real. This is, if you subscribe biblically, is where it says chew the meat and spit out the bones. The problem is we want to complain that this catfish got bones. Motherfucker, you knew catfish had bones when you sat down to it. So his tone policing is a way, and I totally believe that if you can hear it and you just disagree with it, it ain't what he said to me, it's how he said it to me. No, motherfucker, what he said to you, what made sense, and now you want to fall back on that. We always are looking for a way not to be corrected, not to be controlled or whatever. I remember this, and this guy's honest truth. I was doing some shitty work. And my brothers was like, man, I wouldn't pay you for that. I wouldn't do this. And oh man, you're supposed to support me. No, I am supporting you. I'm telling you to stop doing shitty work because of I know you don't subscribe to him, but because I was in my emotions, I was.
What? Who, me?
No. I was throwing a dig at Shay.
Yeah, it was. That's why I'm like, I don't subscribe to my emotions. I'm not an emotional.
Right, but that shade is a part of being emotional. But what I'm saying is,
it's not. But okay.
Your shade is how you feel.
That's not emotional. That's not emotional. I mean, cause like in my mind, when I think of emotional, I think of it in terms of being vulnerable, crying. That's what I think emotional is.
But
crying,
emotional could be anger. Emotion could be fear.
No, emotional. What you describing are emotions. I'm saying emotional. There's a difference. Emotional. So what I'm saying.
The lack of being able to control those emotions. I agree with that. There are a lot of people who are lack. But so at the end of that story, what I was saying was, I had to get out of my emotions and hear it. I had to not police them.
You were crying.
Yeah, I cried. I would be mad at
Look, now he finna. You should have told him that.
Boy, listen, I cry. I get 2 tears in the bucket, motherfucker. I will cry, and I can cry.
Look, Ebony with a motherfucking eye. He said, "I agree with Mark. You can talk about the tone if that's a problem after you address the point of what they said."
And then just like with the other Love and Marriage DC. Quick sat on stage and threatened this man's life on national TV over something his wife did, and he's gonna be that way at Clifton because Clifton met Ashley where she was. Ashley was getting all in his face, so he leaned in and told her what he had to say. Now it's this whole beef between Clifton and Quick.
Let's talk about that, Arnisi, because I actually want to ask.
That's not accurate. I don't
Hold on,
agree.
Time out. I want to ask Mark. Then King of Shade, you chime in if you feel like I say it wrong, right? Because you feel like Arnisi had a discrepancy. Mark, with you having experience with Love and Marriage Huntsville, this instance that Arnisi is talking about is on Love and Marriage DC. Stay tuned because winter is coming back. Okay, y'all know how I do over here in the galaxy. Now, Mark, what happened was Ashley was arguing with a man. She was arguing with Clifton, right? She was talking, like women be doing, and all Clifton did was what she did, like this. She then tells her husband that he's in my face disrespecting me, and now since he had a ride for his wife, he took up for her, and now he's threatening Clifton. Even though he matched her energy as far as movement, he was not in her face, as she explained that he was. However, with Quick being her husband, he's not fucking with Cliff because his wife told her told him that he disrespected her. Do you feel like he's wrong? Do you feel like he's sassy, like she says? Or do you feel like she's disrespectful? She needs to be put in her place? Because she then talked to hold on. She then talked to his wife and was very disrespectful to a man, because there is a such thing as emasculating a man and being disrespectful to a man, calling him a mean girl, calling him sassy. That is totally disrespectful to a man. And for you to not expect a reaction from the man.
So that reminds me of two particular episodes. One where Tiffany ran back and told Lewis that Martell and them and bushed her. I think again, to me, that is when you talking to somebody from Legitimaquah and then they want to call the police.
What?
The Legitimaquah?
I ain't never heard that.
Yes, you have.
No, I have not.
LGBTQIA, Legitimaquah.
I know about the LGBTQ, but I ain't never heard that word.
I never heard put in that word.
I thought you said like, Jamiroquai. I was like, yeah, he's dope.
Okay, LGBT.
I thought he was trying to say Jamiroquai. I don't know what he was
Legitimaquah.
Legitimaquah. Okay, I don't heard it all the time.
ABCDEFGHI.
JKLMNOPQRSTUV.
Oh, so you trying to be funny?
Legitimaquah.
I'm saying as a word.
Yeah, legitimate.
But you said he was acting gay.
No, I'm saying when that community has a problem, they run. No, they run to the police.
Is that a word, nigga?
No, he's putting acronyms of the community together.
I wasn't tripping because I know I love words.
No, I'm saying
I never heard that before.
The individual letters, I say
no, the acronyms of the community.
Okay.
Like slap, it sounds like a plan.
She was like, "Wait a minute."
Legitimaquah.
Okay, I learned some new word now. All right,
let's go.
So the thing is, I absolutely believe to those women do not know how to handle disrespect, men matching energy, because there's three levels of respect. There is no respect because I don't know you to owe you respect, so you can't be disrespected. Then there is I once respected you and I no longer disrespected you, and now I disrespect you. And then there's we no longer respect each other, or you don't know not to respect me, so you feel disrespected. And then so that's what I'm saying. So I think in this instance,
look at Auntie Fee comments sitting there right on time.
No, disrespect has to happen in a relationship. It shouldn't be continual disrespect, but you gotta sometimes you gotta get disrespectful to get respect.
No,
I'm so disrespectful.
There's a difference between being stern and putting your foot down, and maybe the other person feels a little uncomfortable. But disrespect, no.
It's a thin line.
No, nigga. No. What the fuck? No. No.
Thin line.
Listen, don't have Auntie Fee get a moment, because she gonna come up here and get you right together. Auntie Fee, the link is in the chat if you free Auntie Fee, because
it's a difference between being disrespectful and continuing.
He is a Scott. Remember that.
I'm saying sometimes I gotta get you got kid. If you got a kid, one of the things you say is that sometimes I got to just let you know.
But a kid is different than your relationship.
It is a relationship. And
but you talk different to your kids than you do to your man or your woman now. Come on now.
I'm talking about listen to what I'm saying. Not the we arguing the 5%. The 95% is sometimes I'm going to step out of character to let you know what my character is. It's not something I should do continually, but I should be able to in a relationship.
How do y'all feel in the chat about what Mark is saying? Please let me know. Keep talking.
It's the only place I can be safe. I don't be disrespectful to strangers because I don't know if they will blow my head off or not.
Damn, so you gonna treat your mate worse than you treat a stranger?
It's not worse. It's the place where I'm safe to be me, even if it's disrespectful.
Safe to be disrespectful. Okay, come on.
You got to be safe to be this. Why not?
Control.
What you say, Anisi?
Well, he said control, baby.
It's not control. She should be able to safe to disrespectfully check me about something. I'm gonna feel
okay, long as it's equal in y'all little house. All right.
I'm saying in a relationship.
Ain't gonna be no disrespect around here.
Right, but if you're not safe to this, then you never get to put it out. Okay, here's as a parent, as a spouse, how do I question my mom's or my lover's decision if it's not, you're not supposed to question it. So you gotta be disrespectful to get it out. You gotta
look. Antisocial says she is gay, baby, and she never heard that word.
No, it's the whole word.
Say the I put it in the chat. Legitimate. I put it in the chat.
Wait, what?
Legitimate.
It's in the chat. It's in the chat. EsessionByEnicole. It's in the chat. It's in the chat. Look in the chat. Legitimate. LGBTQIA.
She said, "I like it though."
I would too. That's a good name. Legitimate It's for a good name for a child.
Legitimate I'm not gonna call people alphabet compatibility and all of that. It's a word. Legitimate.
I put it in the chat.
I like it though. But before I can adopt something, I have to understand what's going on. Okay.
I'm saying you step here. Okay, here's the thing. Let's say this. We are all free people now because they had to get disrespectful about
with Big Heavy podcast. Hold on, wait. Subscribe to Big Heavy. Go ahead.
How do you get your freedom? How do you get your voice across if you ain't disrespecting the how do you get heard if you can't respectfully disagree with the system because the system doesn't hear respect?
She said, "I hate what Mark is saying, but he's right."
So, back to the initial question. So, do you think
disrespect is right in certain situations?
Yeah, you sometimes. Yeah, you can't be continually disrespectful, but you can be disrespectful to get respect.
I'm gonna end up with.
So do you think that Clifton was being disrespectful to Ashley to get respect in that situation?
No, that's disrespect. That's disrespect. That there's a disrespect. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes there's sometimes or there's no respect. I think a lot of in order for me to disrespect you, I have to have first had respect for you. So there's no disre at this
Auntie Fee said if you feel like you have to disrespect, that means you have to force control.
Or you're forcing against control.
Or you don't respect yourself. So how can you give something that you don't have for yourself?
That's what I'm saying. If it is wrong for women to have a voice,
gaslighting.
She said mind manipulating, and I need to say gaslighting.
Okay, so let me ask a question so y'all can understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Women once didn't have a voice. Y'all couldn't do stuff. It would be disrespectful for y'all to come up and do stuff. How do you get to do stuff if you're not going to be disrespectful?
There's a way to go about that without being disrespectful.
I feel what you're saying. It's coming off like, wait a minute, but yeah.
There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. So either you can do it disrespectfully or you can do it respectfully. Will respectfully take you longer? Probably. Will disrespect take you shorter? Probably. But it's like, what type of person are you? Vibe with Big Heavy, which is a man's man, said, if you have to disrespect a woman for dominance, you are losing from the gate, because I never had to ask a woman to take me serious in any kind of way.
I don't know.
So basically what he's saying is the fact that he's a man and he's saying what he's saying, he can just say what he said. He don't have to be disrespectful in saying what he's saying. Is that what you're saying, Big Heavy? Because I don't want to put words into
and what I'm saying is the person, so disrespecting the thing is, disrespect is for the person in the only person who can say respect is the person in authority. Because if you keep crapping on me, I take it as the disrespect. It's normal if it's going down the hill. When it comes back at you, that's when it's disrespect. You say something, and my child know better than talk back to me. If I say, hey, everybody be home at this time, if I tell my wife not to wear something and she wears it anyway, I feel disrespected. She has to disrespect me She has to disrespect.
Are you telling her? Are you asking her and telling her you don't really like when she dressed like that? You're demanding that she. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold the presses, cause hold on.
Come on up.
Ebony, with a motherfucking IE, is that you? Ebony, can you hear us? We can't hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Here we go.
Ebony, is that you?
Ebony and Ivory. Did you hear it? In the galaxy.
Ebony, you might have to drop and come back. We can't hear you. Okay, she coming back. Okay.
Yeah, come back, Ebony.
Yes, come back, Ebony, with a motherfucker.
It's not manipulation. It's the fight against power is disrespectful to the power. That's all. It has always been that way. You got to disrespect the fight to get to the top, and that's disrespectful. The fight to it is disrespectful.
Okay,
we're still talking in terms of a like a connection between
not Team
two.
Ashley. Get that out the chat.
Period. Team Ashley. Period.
Delete.
What I'm saying, it's in.
Team Joy and Clifton.
Oh, fuck them with the frauds, child. Frauds.
Oh, wow.
Frauds. Yes, and the bitch can't sing. I said it.
Oh, see now this is what we call disrespect 101.
She sounds like a cabaret singer, honey. Yeah,
this
like
is disrespect 101.
It is. I was giving a demonstration. I was giving a demonstration of disrespecting to get.
She said this sounds like a pimp man, not a mate.
That's why I was saying, like, are we still talking about relationships?
I did have more respect for my husband. Because if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
Okay. And I said that earlier where I basically was saying, like, I need to be with a man to where, like, if we're in a certain situation and he have to be like, shut the fuck up. I want to be like, you know what? I'm going to be quiet for a second. I don't want to be with no man who said, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, you shut the fuck up. Who the fuck is you talking to? I don't want to be with no man like that.
That goes into what he's saying. Then that's kind of disrespectful. But if he doesn't respect you on a regular, if he doesn't,
depending on the situation, shut the fuck up is not. Depending on the situation, shut the fuck up is not disrespectful. If you hear gunshots, it's close to you. He tell you shut the fuck up. I want to be like.
I've never heard that used.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it slowly. If there's gunshots, they're close to you, and he says, "Shut the fuck up." I want to be able to be with a man who I trust his judgment enough. I respect him enough to be quiet in that moment because he is assessing what is going on for my protection, my child's protection. As opposed to, I'm with a man, I don't respect him, so it's who the fuck is you talking to? And now I'm shot.
This is what I'm saying. Like, if he's not disrespectful on every other level, when he says something like that, you gonna follow suit because it's like, wait a minute, hold on.
But why would you be somewhere where you have to worry about getting shot anyway?
Disrespect.
Oh, I be everywhere, so it ain't no telling what's going on around.
Oh my God!
I don't live no cookie cutter ass life. We don't know what's gonna go on around me. Yeah. So yes, I need a man that I can trust his judgment and his.
Just gonna be like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
No, it wouldn't be all that.
So what I'm saying is, there's
hold on, Mark. Hey, Ebony with a motherfucking IE.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I was here for shut the fuck up. I just add the bitch on there, so we cool.
No, that's where you fucked up at.
Stupid.
Go ahead, Ebony.
Hey, everyone on the panel.
Hey.
Respectfully disrespectful. How about that? There's the respectful, disrespectful, and the disrespectful disrespect, and that's what I'm saying. Wait,
hold on. My fellow E is here. She has something to say.
Yeah, I get what Mark is saying. Like, it sounds bad, it sounds bad, but I get what he's saying. I've been in those situations before with my man, and I was, it wasn't, and it's not like an ongoing, it's like a in the moment situational type of thing. It's not a, hey, we just have this disrespectful relationship, you know.
Right. It's situational, and a man is telling you, hey, you don't wear this, you don't wear this. Like, nigga, wait a second. I wear what the fuck I want to wear. You gotta sometimes it's y'all it's call it a standing your ground, letting your opinions be known. It's disrespectful to get respect.
Wait,
I mean,
standing your ground. You don't wear.
Go to the law and made it. What?
I don't like it.
That's for when
You
you
don't
gotta
like
kill somebody, Mark.
no, not you don't gotta kill them. I'm saying there's a respectful disrespect that happens. There is a level to say, I'm not doing that, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm going to be disrespectful to your rules. I'm not going to respect what you're saying in this moment. That's
Okay,
what
hold
we're
on, Mark.
saying.
Subscribe to my girl Money Taya, one of my money amigas. Subscribe to Taya. Okay, that's my girl. Subscribe to her. Y'all know how I feel about supporting the galaxy. Okay, whoop. Go ahead, Mark.
I'm just saying we know. The thing is this: whether I'm articulating it in a fraction where you can understand it or not, you have done this. When the police pulled you over, like, I ain't taking that shit. I'm going to be disrespectful to get my respect. I mean, I don't know how we don't see we don't do it. We know how to do it.
Auntie Fee says, no, sir. I respectfully disagree.
And I find that disrespectful.
Mark
So
get
like that.
Mark get pulled over. He gonna ask the cop, "Do you know who the fuck I am?"
Absolutely.
Don't do Auntie Fee like that now. Now I'm gonna stand my ground about Auntie Fee now.
That's what I'm saying. But y'all do it. Y'all have done it. Somebody talking to you somebody you talking on customer service. Who the fuck you think you talking to? You don't talk to me like that. I pay the bills. I do. You know how to get respectfully disrespectful. We call it clapbacks.
But that's respect. If you have to put respectfully in front of it, that's different than just outright disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that goes into like exactly what we talking about, right? Like, so we get what you're saying, but I feel like how you're saying it makes us want to pick it apart.
That's what I'm saying.
When it goes
sounds
into
bad,
what you say about the 5% and the 95%. So I get what everybody's saying.
Yeah, you got to take off the rough part of it and the
So you gotta
literal
say
meaning to get to what he's actually saying.
So basically, saying saying like if someone says like if I say respectfully, EsessionByEnicole, shut the fuck up. That's fine because I said respectfully to shut the fuck up.
No, not EsessionByEnicole. Not EsessionByEnicole.
Disrespectful.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Okay, I get it.
Not EsessionByEnicole.
When I said respectfully,
Even shit like this happens, you know. You just disappear, you know. Not EsessionByEnicole. You know what I'm saying?
See, that was
It was. See, we reciprocated. Yeah.
Proving my point. Now look at guy. I want to give you an example.
I think that needs to go on a t-shirt. Respectfully disrespectful. Put it on a t-shirt.
Right. I gotta
Auntie P said that's like saying toxicity is good for the relationship.
It is.
Sometimes a little bit is, yeah.
Wait a minute. No,
wait a minute.
Absolutely.
No.
A little bit. Just a little bit. Like a little bit.
I don't think it's necessarily good for the relationship. I think it's just
talking goes great together. I don't know.
Hold on, wait, Ebony, what you was about to say?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily like good for the relationship, and it's not good for a relationship. It just happens. It's human. It's human. Right. It's human to have these toxic moments. We're not perfect. We're not going to all communicate effectively. We're not going to always have our emotions in check, no matter if you do most of the time. We all have our triggers, and, you know, life is stressful. You may have a moment where you get caught slipping, you know? Mm-hmm. So I don't think
and that's where we go back to what we said earlier, which is that communication comes into play. Because then after that moment of slippage or a moment where he did have to tell me shut the fuck up, then if it bothers me, then I'm supposed to tell you, babe, you don't have to talk to me like that. You can just say, be quiet for a minute or chill or
right.
something's
Or
going
Yeah,
on.
that's
You
what
know,
I was saying
you figure
earlier.
out what's your balance.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Once you get to the message and you deal with that, then you can check the tone if it's a problem.
Right. Or you could just give him some head and then it'd be like, he understand. Okay.
Thank you. There you go. Boom.
Or the
I
other
just
way around. Since you are the one that
baby, I won't
Check,
talk-
please.
disrespected, it should be the
talk
other
to you
way
like
Where's
around.
the waiter?
Right? It should be the other way around.
Waiter?
I can't.
Where's the waiter?
I
Check,
can't
please.
say anything to that. Because that's gonna get you off the hook every time in my book. So
Right.
I can't even say shit.
I'm sorry for saying shut the fuck up. Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
Not
I
yo
ain't
yo.
gonna
Not
have nothing to say.
I did give you some head.
I ain't gonna have nothing to say.
Come
Nothing.
on, Jody.
That's that thing. He told me shut the fuck up, girl, but he ate me and breathed through his ears. Shit,
and you gonna shut this and then you gonna shut the fuck up and receive.
Every time, bitch, he told me this. With that head he gave me every time.
Vibe with Big Heavy said. Big Heavy said he like the mamas from back in the day. He said he could just give a look and the message has been sent.
This dude don't argue. He just looking and snapping fingers.
Oh, that's a pimp. Yeah, that's a pimp.
The type of shit that I need. Okay?
That's a pimp. That's a pimp. Cause yeah,
that is not no fucking pimp.
Yeah, shit. He got her trained. Shit.
She better not wear nothing she can't wear on a train. No.
Auntie P says he has to slap some sense into you to make you have some sense. No.
Yes. But you gotta slap him from the back. You gotta give it one of these.
Hey.
No, I ain't going for that. I'm not going for that. Now I can go for a look, but you slap me, it's just a problem.
No, he gotta slap some cheeks. You got one
ass, girl, your ass. Your ass.
Because it's time for another.
That's why Mark made that sound.
Wait a minute, King Shay. If y'all not subscribed to JD, what the fuck are y'all doing? Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy JD. I don't give a fuck. If anybody come in here that I fuck with, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm not talking about what you talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about what you not getting that Mark was talking about clapping ass when you was slapping his hands. That was
okay.
Yeah.
If y'all not subscribed to JD, make sure y'all subscribe to my boy JD. Okay.
Pull up.
Y'all know how I feel about the galaxy, and we support the people that we support. You support me, I support you right back.
Period. Right, we're slapping cheeks in the galaxy. Period.
And I think the other thing is this. I think y'all, TheeEnicole and Aunt Niecy, watch me be disrespectful to get my respect.
But no, okay, so look, we talking about in the aspect of relationship. In the aspect that I see you, I feel like a lot of times the things that you have been through, I will honestly say they're warranted, right? Because I've watched you and I've known you. It's about to be like 2 years now, right? Yeah. I know you for about 2 years now.
2 year anniversary.
Social media.
Shut the fuck up.
13 social media years.
What you say? What you say, Mark?
It's 13 social media years.
He said 13 social media years. But the situations I've actually seen you in, you really have to like, for lack of better words, you really have to like fight for your respect though. You know what I'm saying? So like I can understand disrespect on that level. But like when we come in to talk about somebody that you're supposed to have feelings for and love for,
that's why it can't be continual though.
At a minimum.
Right. I agree. That's what I'm saying. It can happen. I think that's the other thing. We don't give our mates a safe place to be. Like, you ain't got to always be perfect. You ain't got to always not be toxic. You can, I'm in a relationship so I can relate to you on whatever level. And to ask you to always, somebody said it early, is like, I think Ebony, the motherfucking IE, said that if you're not happy, leave. And I disagree. If you're not happy, motherfucker, sit and be unhappy. But we are here because no. I'm not saying. I'm saying you got to go through this season. You got to go through it. Commitment means I'm committed even when I'm unhappy.
Oh, you talking about like what I said earlier, as far as like when you're in a relationship, you go from your happily to I want to be all over you in love to we may not be on the same page, but let's get back to that.
But
sometimes I don't want to fucking be touched, and I'm gonna get back to that.
But what I'm saying is, when I said leave, I'm talking about before you add anybody else to the relationship. Is this going to make it worse? I don't see how adding some outside person to your relationship, giving them your time and energy, when you can be putting that into your relationship. I know sometimes you say you can just sit there and work through it. Yeah, but sit there and work through it and don't invite anybody else into it.
Sometimes I'll be dead ass honest. Sometimes what make my relationship stronger is, and I ain't saying I've cheated, but looking at some of the prospects out there,
I mean, that's human. That's human. But at the end of the
let me run back
day,
to the house. I had it good. Fuck that. So I mean, I
understand,
think,
but
and sometimes once
looking
you
and
look outside the
doing
wall,
is two
you
different things.
realize you got it good.
Looking and doing is two different things. I don't know.
Let's
I'm just
go.
big on honesty
But in
and
my hood,
communication and just being like, you know what I'm saying? And just being open to, and but I think that goes back to what you were saying, Mark. It's like even creating a space in your relationship to even express that. Like,
Right.
His name Mark. His
I
name
want to.
Mark.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you gotta tell your man name.
Shut the fuck up, Queen Shade.
I was calling Mark all night.
Respectfully, yeah, you said respectfully.
But you know what? Let me get him on backstage.
but
He's being disrespectful.
But yeah, but seriously, like you saying, even like, and it may take time, to even create that type of space, and it may even take going through some things to create that type of space. Like, look, this ain't going right, and this is what I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying? So what can we do? But I don't know. I'm just big on like just honesty, even when it's hurtful, even when it's ugly, even when it's, and I understand everyone's not there, but.
And it's hard for men to
say
and
that, Taya. Taya said, or give love to yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like all these problems that we're talking about, a lot of them can be avoided or lessened when people learn how to love themselves, because a lot of these issues come in where people don't love themselves, they don't respect themselves. So either they accept these things and then suddenly have a problem with it, which that's what we're talking about, is settling.
Well, see, I think that's the other part to it. When you say this, here goes the crux of I think the current conversation. Men love themselves, but in order to protect in order to protect a relationship, you don't speak on the stuff, you don't say the things, and so it's like, again, or you do say it and she don't listen. And so I think the problem is, a large problem is we are not believing what we're hearing.
Don't settle. Okay, that's what we talking about.
There's no such thing as settling when you choose a person.
No, there is such thing.
I disagree. You
change.
Go ahead.
Let me just say this. I'm telling you, whenever I be hearing some of these men talk, I looked at my husband yesterday. I said, "Thank God I got you," because I couldn't take being in this dating pool, because it's got poop, pee, chemicals, and everything else in it. I just don't. I be listening to these podcasts and thinking to myself, like, well, damn, like, can you even relate a little bit to the other side? Like, that's my problem with the whole thing. Whenever somebody comes, and it's always what it's never that you're looking at the other side of the equation.
So, Anisi, here's a question, and this is why I say this: how do you make a choice and say that choice was a settle? When you change, when I say this, here's what I'm saying. I drive a Ford F-350 with a sunroof. I saw a lot of cars, a lot of trucks, but they didn't have a sunroof. If I now get a truck without a sunroof, I haven't settled. I've changed my options. Now, that's the problem. No,
because they could order you a truck with a sunroof.
Right, but that's the point I'm making.
Can you repeat it? I'm sorry, I had to be a mom.
Okay,
can you repeat what you just said?
My favorite. I bought a truck with a sunroof because that's what I wanted. If I was to buy a truck without a sunroof, what I have done is I have changed my wants. Now, when it acts bad, I'm gonna say, "Oh, I shouldn't have never got it, and I settled." I changed. You can't make a choice and be settling. You're making a new choice. You can't make a new choice and consider that a settle.
It's a settle.
I don't know. Let's
Because I would have ordered the truck with the sunroof in it.
But if that's what you want, that's what I'm saying. If you change your mind, you're not settling. To settle, here's what I mean by this is settling.
I agree with you. To settle your mind, to change your mind is not settling. But to go ahead and take something and that's not what you originally wanted, that is then settling.
That is settling. I bought a truck and I said, "Y'all put a sunroof in it." So here's what settling is. Settling is when I go to the dealership and I buy a truck with a sunroof and they don't give me one and I take it anyway. That's settling. But if I'm making the choice, I'm not settling.
But you said you went to the dealership with in mind that you want a sunroof.
So if I agree, listen to what I'm saying. If I buy the one that has a sunroof and then they say, "Oh, we're out of those. Why don't you take this one?" And that's when I'm settled, because I went and made the choice of what I wanted and it didn't give me what I wanted. And I take
go
it
to another
anyway.
dealership.
There you go. But if I take it now and say, "You know what? I really don't need a sunroof." You are changing. It's not settling.
And
you
you're
can't
saying
change and
you can't
settle.
do that with a person.
Right. What I'm saying is you can't change and settle. Settling means you're not giving me something.
Am I high?
Yeah, you have.
So like you're saying settling is like not having any options, so you just stay put.
There you go. If you change your mind to accept the options, you're not settling.
Yeah, I'm high.
Right, because we all have choices, whether we make them or not. Let's go.
Right, and that's the settling is not choosing to act that is not choosing to act on it. But when you change your mind and accept that choice, you can't say you settled. If you want a man that's 6 foot,
It's a choice, though. You just said settling is a choice.
What I'm saying is, if you choose, okay, I guess what I'm saying.
If you change your mind.
If you change your mind, not if you just if you don't want a man beating on you and you just stay there even though he's beating on you, you are now settling to be beat on. But if you say, I guess the problem is that you can't choose it. If you know he's gonna beat on you and you choose him,
I feel like the difference what you're saying is, listen, if you set your sights on something and you see that this is not possible and you compromising is not then settling. Compromising is then deciding, now since this is not an option, what am I okay with accepting? But settling is when you accept what you know you don't fucking want.
Right.
So everybody put their last statements, because I'm finna go outside.
Well, now she will go out there and clap the cheeks.
Outside
yes.
And now here she
goes.
goes.
Outside.
EsessionByEnicole finna go slap them cheeks. Yeah.
You finna go express them. Look at that. Look
and
at
that's what we call, again, disrespect. Okay.
No, respectfully, you're gonna clap those cheeks. Respectfully.
No, ain't no respectfully nothing.
I'm just looking at that top, man, and you going to get some sun.
Yeah.
That top saying you need some
sun in the dark.
Air.
Where I live, things are still open. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Ain't nothing open here. Ain't
no open. And I know that to be a fact. Okay.
Ain't nothing open but legs. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, my legs gonna be closed.
Okay, so you like him when they hit it with it close. Okay, that's what
yeah.
Let me see if we can split these bitches apart. This that axe dick. I want you to split this open.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
It's
sorry.
only 9:30 over here. Sure, let's go.
Listen, it's 9 o'clock. I mean 11 o'clock. She know what she
I'm
finna
finna
do.
go swallow.
She
something.
sure is EsessionByEnicole for real.
Whoa, let's
I thought he
go.
was sleeping. He see
Swallow.
you gonna suck him while he sleep, Nisa? You gonna suck him while he sleep?
Wait, hey,
Oh,
we don't need to be
wow,
I
Now my
want to go to
daughter
sleep
in
right
here.
now.
right.
My daughter in here. King of Shade.
Oh, I didn't know that. You should tell us your dog was here.
You heard what she said?
What
Did
she
you hear what
said?
she
Tell T to hit
said?
the
Say it again. Say it again. What's wrong with you?
Respectfully, I'm sorry. It's your mama fault. She didn't tell me. It's your mama
Get on
fault. I'm
this tower.
sorry.
Wait a second. Can I? Anybody else? I pay tribute to be sleep too.
Wait, did we have
Oh,
that?
wait a minute.
Did we
What?
have that video?
Hmm?
Did
What
we
you
have that
say?
video? E?
Ah,
Huh?
You ever been swallowed?
I
I
do. I
volunteered
think
to
I
be.
do.
I volunteered to be.
Where is it at?
I got identified as the unswallowed.
Oh my.
I don't think I got it over here on this side.
Oh,
Oh Lord, let me.
I don't got it in this envelope.
Yeah.
Oh my
Eh,
gosh.
every man should be swallowed. at least once.
Absolutely.
Every woman should be too, but my daughter is in here. Y'all chill.
look at me this time.
Swallow me.
You
Talking
shouldn't.
about
You better keep
vitamins.
kids out of
Vitamins.
grown folk bit. No, I'm just bored. Let me stop.
We talking about vitamins. Let's go.
Right.
Yes.
D.
I mean,
Swallow
because
your
it is
vitamins.
science. It is nutrients. I mean, technically.
Hey.
So
Hey,
I mean, so
Stupid.
y'all could call me GNC then. I identify as GNC and I got some vitamins.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Oh my gosh.
But it comes in the form of a shake, more like a milkshake.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh. This is getting worse.
Definitely did. Definitely did.
And it's got a straw.
Oh my god.
Holy
Okay, so add me
Taxi.
with a motherfucking IE. I really appreciate you coming over. I appreciate you being a member. I love you so much for being a part of the galaxy.
It's a pleasure. I was sorry I couldn't hit the panel sooner. I was typing away, but it was loud where I was at. Then when I got home, I was like, okay, I can hit the
Well,
link.
after the smoke, we'll be here every other Friday. So
Okay.
definitely come
I
back.
got my notifications on, but it don't always be popping up for you. And I be
But they be
turning
hating
them
'cause
off
I
and
be-
turning back on. And
They be hating because
I
I'm
know.
on the positivity, you
yeah,
know.
that's exactly what it is.
yeah, because
Since
if she was
arguing and fighting and
Yeah.
disrespecting people, they don't really push the galaxy.
But see,
the galaxy is coming for y'all asses.
see, you learned the lesson. You learned the lesson tonight. You can be respectfully disrespectful, and you a trend.
I'm putting
No,
it in
I'm
the
not
t-shirt.
doing the disrespect.
Yeah, respectfully. You respectfully being disrespectful. We learned the lesson tonight.
That's what I got y'all for. I got you as a friend. I got Mark as a friend. Y'all be being disrespectful for me.
Respectfully, we
I'm
respectfully.
absolutely a Clifton. I got you. I got you back.
Not a Clifton. No, not a Clifton.
Sun Kiss, you already know how I feel about you.
How is it?
What the Sun Kiss?
Thank you
Yes,
for
my
coming
love.
through, Sun Kiss.
Oh.
King of
Of
Shade,
course.
tell the people
Of
where they can
course.
find you at.
On the Instagram, the King of Shade _1, and X, the same thing. And
And Planet Shade will come back soon, y'all. It's my fault. Everything is my fault. My life is crazy.
yeah, she's being shady, respectfully shady.
It's
Planet
about time
Shade
to go
will be
outside
back
and get
soon. It's
some
a lot
vitamins.
happening for me in my life, y'all. Y'all keep praying for me that the success is coming, because those connected to me, my success is your success. Those who support me, I support you back, and where I go, y'all go.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Mhm.
man.
One person is
Sister, the No Sleep
Number two.
Slumber Party. Be here tomorrow. We're gonna be live all night. But the No Sleep Slumber Social, okay? It's a thing. We do this.
So you
let's
don't
go.
sleep. So you don't sleep all night long. So what? You gonna be talking the whole entire night?
Yeah, we're gonna be kicking it.
Legs gonna be open.
Your legs open,
We
mouth
also,
open too.
for the No Sleep Slumber Social, we also have movie nights for our members. So those movies, y'all don't gotta go pay for them. Come
Yeah,
to
they're
the
free on the
No
hub.
Sleep
Those
Slumber
movies.
Social. We have movie nights
Whoa,
too.
whoa.
Mark, remind them where they can find you at.
In the dark, I'm the motherfucking boogeyman. No,
Oh wow.
I'll be at work if you really want to find me. No, you can check me out on IG.
That's facts.
You can check me out on the Brown Roots podcast. I'm Mark James St. Patrick. So just come holler at your boy.
And I need to tell the people where they can come support you at.
Hi guys, I'm Anisi, and you can come over to Entertainment Tea Uncut, or you can follow me here on YouTube, The Queen's Cave. I don't post shit, but you can follow me.
Yes, follow her. She got a lot of things going on, and she is the woman to know. For real. If you know,
I am my niece's content.
And we gonna get up out of here, Mark. Don't you go nowhere.
Okay, I'm finna be swallowed. No. Okay.
Oh my God.
That's respect that we talk about.
It's respectful. Respectfully disrespectful.
No.
Yeah, you hit the aura in the galaxy.
No.
Yeah.
I'm finna get my Twilight
on y'all way up out of here. Hit that like button for me. And if you're not subscribed, be subscribed. And if you want the members only content, because there's a lot of shit going on there on the members only that I'm not finna share with these regular people because they don't fuck with me like that. So this is for the people that fuck with me like that.
Not the regular
on the members only. Make sure you get your memberships. And I'll see y'all not next Friday, but the Friday after.
Let me get more link right quick. Somebody asked for more link.
I don't know how to do it. Y'all know.
I get it right quick.
Thank you, because I was finna. And y'all can.
And if y'all don't have it, I'll add it in this description. I'll put it in the description.
Can everybody's link be dropped?
Yeah,
oh no, don't drop my sneaky link.
All the links. You need a wrench over here.
Don't put my sneaky link up there.
No, sneaky link.
Regular links only.
That's the regular link, not the
regular links only. No sneaky links. I don't need them sneaky links out there. I'll just say it.
Okay, that's the Brown Roots podcast, y'all. Let me get King of Shades right quick.
Yeah, come holler at your boy because I be needing subscribers. I be feeling like I'm talking.
I'll definitely subscribe.
Not sure these subscribers, Mark. I thought you had a whole bunch. That you.
Listen, when you speak the truth, motherfuckers tend to not want to listen.
Exactly. Like
I thought you culminated a fan base.
No, now King
I do have a fan base, but
truth, your growth is going to be slow, but at the same time, you're going to get the real people that really fuck with you.
Right.
So I'm not worried about. I'm not in it for the clicks and views. I'm in it for the people that's really gonna support me. The people that really gonna be into what I'm into. That's what you got to be into. Because if you with the clicks and views, those clicks and views are gonna control you. You're gonna have to do what those clicks and views want you to do.
And that's what I like about you, E, because no matter what's going on in your chat or whatever, the show goes on. And you have the same energy no matter how many people's in the chat. That's awesome.
That's how you know you need to link with black women, because my ego don't do that. If y'all don't be here, I'd be like, fuck it, no show today. Me too. I got that energy. I'll be looking for y'all. Like, here's the thing about men. We only do this for women. I swear to God, if nobody show up, I'd be like, I'm not finna. I know this in my head. I ain't telling y'all.
Okay, who just asked for that link to be dropped?
But that's because I know my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like I came to YouTube to push my businesses and my music. And I feel like a lot of people come to YouTube because they're like what we spoke about earlier, which is people who are not used to attention. They want acceptance. I'm loved in real life.
Why didn't you tell me you were talking about me before I got here? Shit.
Shut up.
I came strictly to find somebody. It's like somebody gonna think I'm cute.
Oh my God.
Oh, Sophie got something to say before we get up out of here. What's up, little sis?
Ooh.
I came up here to pick. I was gonna say drop Mark sneaky link too while y'all drop
Listen, you mess around and be
Mark, my little sister might be on your ass.
You mess around and be. I'm 9 hours away from Cleveland. You mess around, I'll be all through Ohio.
We don't know what he's talking about. But, But
Cincinnati,
y'all
Dayton,
make sure that
Detroit.
y'all subscribe. Let me get Mark on backstage. Let's have him come back because he's yeah. Y'all, thank y'all for coming to the show. Thank y'all for being part of the conversation. I think it was a really dope conversation.
Awesome show.
I won't be here next week, but I will be here the week after next because I'm gonna be here every other weekend because Mama got a hell of a life too. Okay, so all those links, y'all. I'm gonna keep the chat open, so on the replay, just go over to the live chat and click on these links and support these people. A lot of people came through. Mouthpiece came through. Montreal came through. Money Taya came through. Tay Eats came through. Antisocial came through. Big Heavy Podcast came through. Mark is up here. King of Shade is up here. Auntie Fee with the facts was in here. Aunt Nisi is up here. Make sure you are subscribing to these people because I don't fuck with duds. Okay.
She fuck with milk duds.
I don't. I absolutely don't. But the people that I support, they support me back and they will support you too. So I will see y'all next time.
Put it in the back in a minute.
In the galley.
Yeah.
Welcome to my galaxy. Welcome to my galaxy. This is EsessionByEnicole. You can always call me E, but don't never call me Nicole. Your presence is appreciated. Please be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe. It's always a vibe. In my galaxy.
Hey, it's Sean Dufresne from Ready to Love, and you are watching my girl, TheeEnicole. Tasha Lyons telling you to tune into TheeEnicole.
This is Samson from Ready to Love, and you're tuned into TheeEnicole.
It's Winter from Love America DC, and you're tuned in to TheeEnicole. Make sure you guys subscribe to TheeEnicole. She is amazing. Click that button, subscribe, and you are going to enjoy all the information that she's going to share.
So come on over and tune in